It sounds like seasonal racism, dog.
Just, in between watching your isekais and your AP animes, you go cool nigga. To be free.
That should be our ad lib day. You know how people be having special effects just, and yeah, 20 dissidents were killed in Syria. Oh yeah.
So, you socioeconomically deficient person. I call you. Thing every single time. What the fuck? No, nigga, they gonna roast you on a real level, man. They gonna say you suck. Man. We got a theme song? Okay. Okay.
I'm really not a fan of Trump being our mascot, but whatever.
To this day!
Drake? The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T?
I hit him clean more times. I beat him.
I hope so.
Okay.
All right. God damn it, stop playing intro. Shit. Fuck. We got 3 people watching. Of course, I'm your host, BushidoSpearIT. This is Off the Top Podcast, where we talk about a lot of different things. But
loving you.
I like you just jump in there and interrupt the fuck out of me. But
it's easy cause you're beautiful.
That big nigga singing is Truth. Truth, introduce yourself to
La
the people.
la 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 la.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm Truth. So
that's what I'm talking about, man. Motherfuckers don't listen. And then, of course, we got the SJW himself, the king of SJWs.
Don't call me that. The white kids don't like that.
No, they don't. The
white
cuck,
kids don't like that,
the cuck, the cuck king himself.
Appreciate it.
The beta male, Mo.
Hey man, look, Captain Marvel for the win. You know what I'm saying? Got my rainbow t-shirt on and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be crazy, man. You know it's gonna be a good podcast with the PC nigga got his rainbow t-shirt on, man.
They don't like that Captain Marvel shit no more, though. They really mad about what she said, though. They so mad that they even using fucking liberal leftist talking points. They are saying
they do, yeah.
Yeah, they are saying that she whitewashed Captain Marvel now. Because the original character was Monica Rambeau. So.
Well, I mean, I kind of agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about it necessarily being whitewashing, but I definitely do agree that, like, that character is superior in every way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of people say that. I didn't read the comics, so I'm not really informed on that. But the fact that they are using... This is what I'm talking. Always insulting the nigga, man. So that's why I call you Nick Nog. That's why you Nick Nog, man. That's why the fuck you niggas.
If it's so insulting that you can't read, Bush, learn how to read.
Damn, man. Fucking tar babies in here and all. Shit. Fucking what that shit Kelly saying? Goddamn nigger fish, man. Damn.
But I thought we can't swim. How am I fish?
I just feel so insulted and humiliated when niggas say I can't read, man. Damn.
Then learn how to read, bitch.
Yo, but anyway, man, there's some other shit that came out about that Captain Marvel shit. Apparently, in August, people were talking about how she didn't smile, and they started photoshopping smiles on her face. And in this and in this recent,
at least good photoshops, at least like
the Photoshop looks accurate. So I'm like, okay. And this happened back in September, but in a recent interview, she talked about how that's how women are, like that's how women are being treated, right? Because in a recent trailer, somebody in the trailer said smile.
Corny, man. Oh my god, man.
So
these niggas so corny, man. It's so corny, man. Yo, I saw an article today, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, and I don't know, man. This probably sounds stupid to a lot of people, but the same group of people are gonna like review bomb Rotten Tomatoes or tomatoes, or however you say the word, right?
You were right the first time. Why would you?
Tomatoes.
No, I mean that's how we say it over here, man. I say tomatoes. I don't say tomatoes.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah, they're planning on review bombing it. So the idea is supposed to be they're gonna hit it with a whole bunch of reviews that aren't really reviewing the movie, just how they feel about it.
Yeah,
and I'm just like that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
This thing has even made Rotten Tomato change up their the way they do things. So so you can no longer review a movie before the shit like drops, and also you can't.
Why was that ever an option? Like, I mean, it might have been like that should only be an option to verified critics because they get to see like press screenings and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, they took down the viewership. What's that shit called? Want to see rating. They took that shit down too. So I mean, we could talk about this shit first.
Like across the whole site, or just on that one movie?
Well, they gonna do that now in the future. When they get close to the like movies coming out, they are gonna start taking shit down. I'm guessing. That's like a new policy. So they're mad about that shit. But also we got this. Matter of fact, I want to say hello to the people in the chat right quick. We got Gans in there. We got Mr. Anime Tales. And the one above all, who is that nigga? Have I seen that name before? I don't think I have.
One above all is a very fire name.
It's a comic book shit. It's a reference. But I'm not sure if I've seen that person in the chat before on our channel. So,
well, whether you're new or you're here for, you know what I'm saying, nigga, welcome, bitch.
Yes, welcome.
I would not call the one above all. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like that nigga is like a celestial and shit.
Also, Leaving Neverland is dropping tonight, nigga. It's coming out tonight. Leaving Neverland, a documentary about Michael Jackson, starring Wade Robson and James Suckerchuck or whatever the fuck that nigga name is.
Hey man, chill. Let's I don't want to go into detail about, but like we can't just call it a documentary about Michael Jackson. I'm sure there've been a lot of documentaries about Michael Jackson. It's the one about Michael Jackson touching little white boys. That's the one we're talking about.
Exactly. So that shit dropping. Everybody talking about it, and I got some extra news on that. So Oprah's supposed to be doing like a Q&A afterwards. So they really going hard on this. Like R. Kelly, Bill Cosby hard on this shit. They're trying to get Michael, man. Also,
didn't Michael already get himself?
Nah, Michael was acquitted of everything. And this nigga Wade Robson was one of the people that helped him get acquitted. Also, I'd like to point out that they searched that nigga house and didn't find shit. And the FBI had a 10-year investigation on that nigga, and they didn't find shit. So, I mean, we will see with this documentary. We will see what they have. That's all I'm saying when that shit dropped tonight. Also, we had Dog Park Diane, another white woman calling the cops on another nigga, man.
Oh, yeah. She's joining the Legion of Doom.
That shit happened.
Coolers, man.
Well, she
you think there's just like an 8 million mom-wide group chat? It's just like, damn, niggas are at it again today. Or...
Man, I'm waiting for the article where they're like, oh, get these black people. What did they do? What did they do? Just imagine they get the phone call, the police officer like, what did they do this time? He was breathing. Oh, we gotta get him now.
But like, you know how there's always what you call it, like the most news sites are biased, right? They lean a certain way. Yeah. Can we review stories like this from the perspective of people who believe that she was right? If it's not too hard to find one, I just want to see what that article could possibly look like.
I mean, I'm sure nobody white is going to say that they agree with her because they don't want to be fired from their jobs. So
let me see if I can find one. Go ahead, let them know what's up though while I try to look it up.
Yeah, shout out to you, One Above All. He said he's been watching us since the Shonen Nights, man. That's what's up.
He must have changed his name, man.
He had to have changed his name because I don't remember that name unless that motherfucker was just in the cut chilling and not really saying a lot. Or that was a long ass time ago. I just probably don't remember the shit that happened.
For the game,
was so long ago.
That nigga was a member of the show tonight, so you forgot about that nigga.
That's Buster Boy right there, man. Also,
that's Black Uchiha, man.
Black Uchiha. Also, the CEO. Did I talk about this CEO Larry Bear, the abuse wife shit, where he was trying to wrestle a phone away from her and she got knocked out of a chair, and everybody's going crazy. Well, the CEO of the Giants, like it's a baseball team, Name is Larry Bear, and he's supposed to be like this liberal or some shit. I think that's what people were saying. But he got into an altercation with his wife, and TMZ, there they go with the scoop. They got the scoop. So the video shows him wrestling the phone away from his wife, and she falls out the chair, and the media is going crazy over this shit. Oh, he beat her ass, and just. I'm gonna show you the video. You let me know how you feel about it when we get to that point.
Wait, you want me to let you know if he beat her ass?
Well, I want you to see the video.
We're gonna judge it like boxing. You know how many hits, all that kind of score.
I'm about to say,
shoulder rolls.
I'm confused.
Mr. Anime Tell says also Wade Robertson was trying to sell his book against Michael Jackson. So yeah, that shit happened too. Who playing the trailer? God damn it!
Why did you make me?
Why did you make me? And of course, we're gonna watch a bunch of trailers here too, like we always do. One of them being the Dark Phoenix trailer. We got a black. We got
I don't know what it's excited for.
we got a black movie out there, and Hellboy got a new trailer that dropped too. So we're gonna watch those things. So yeah, that's pretty much the show. That was the basic rundown. So is there any more conversations, questions that you or Truth have, Mo? Like, what's going on? Y'all got anything else to say before we start?
Nothing too crazy, man. I mean, I don't know what time it comes out for the States, but regardless of like the discussion around politics and feminism, Captain Marvel comes out on the 8th of March for us, and I'd like that to be some type of coverage. We'll probably talk about that whenever I see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pay $50 to go to the theater and see that shit.
Bro, you need that cheap Tuesday type shit, man. I don't know, like they give you the discount tickets on like a.
I need to get my fucking car back. God damn, that shit is depressing.
You sure it doesn't just say 5, then you read it wrong, my nigga? It's a very common mistake for this.
You calling me old nigga? Nah, man, that's not what the fuck happened. Either way,
$50 for him, or is it a matinee pass or something? Or?
Well, no. See, the thing is, my car engine fucked up, so I don't have a car anymore. So I'm far away from the theater. So if I were to even go to there, I would have to like bum a ride off a friend or to catch a lift. And I'm saying $50 because that's how much a lift would cost to go to the theater.
Hey, you got to do it for the fans, man. Fuck it.
No, here's what you gotta do, Bush. You gotta pretend you're doing them a favor, and you're like, yeah, so like, trying to watch Captain Marvel, I'm gonna pay for your ticket. It's like you pay for the ticket, and they drive you there, man.
I'm gonna see if I can bum a ride off somebody. We'll see, nigga. We'll see when we get to that point, man. I don't like asking for anything because motherfuckers like to hold that up against you every time. But I don't even like asking my own family for shit, man. Fuck them niggas.
Damn, you got some shitty friends, Bush.
It's like, nah, that's true, but it's not like people are trying to hold a grudge. It's just like the way people get built after a certain age, like they just expect shit like that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's
consistent. No more, man. It ain't a favor. Like you just
yeah.
It's an exchange, man.
That's it. It's not a favor, exactly.
Also, before we start, I just want to point out that this shit is on SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and this will be up almost instantly after we're finished recording. So if you miss anything and you don't care to watch the shit live, we will fix the audio up a little bit when we post it up on them other sites there, them streaming sites, audio sites or whatnot. So let's get this show.
That's still a fuck you to them other niggas who stole off the top name from us. We ain't forgot about you, John and Wayne.
They didn't actually stole it from them, so they didn't really steal it from us. So that is the truth.
And actually, I did forget about them.
Fuck. I did too. I didn't even think about this shit. So yeah, on Spotify, our name is Off the Top. So it's with the is like THA instead of THE. So that's how you find it.
If you pull it up and it sounds gentrified, it's probably because the spelling is different.
Actually, that's the black way to spell it. So they spelled it the white way, which is the right way, and we spelled it the black way, which is the whack way. So
what?
Yeah.
What?
I hate that boy.
We were creative with it and used the alternate spelling to express ourselves the same way black people have used English to express themselves and pretty much create the modern language. You pussy ass nigga.
My thing is, why they call Off the Top anyway? That's like such a black statement, like a black off the top.
Well, you know, Billy, we're just freeballing over here.
We're just riding the beat and seeing where it takes us.
Like, I understand them saying off the top of the head.
My name is Steve, and I've got a truck, and I like talking about that.
But off the top, I thought it was a black podcast, and I heard the shit. I was like, this ain't black at all.
I was about to say, has anyone is it really just real street for no reason? Because I saw the pictures, and the pictures looked like they were discussing debates, not debating, discussing debates, that kind of.
I mean, they were talking about a lot of shit on there, just different topics,
Oh, it's boring. I got you.
I felt like we sat down and had a conversation with them. They don't be really lovely people. We're just the fucking.
Yeah, they cool. They probably cool.
They real lovely till the kickback, and they started talking about how maybe segregation wasn't that bad. Them type of.
I like you, Bushido, but you're still a nigger.
And I can tell you this because you're my brother.
That's why when I'm really militant, I can't talk to no white person because they'll calm you down because of the way they talk. It's like I hate. It's like hello. It's like you can't. It's disarming, man. Especially a white woman. Shit, white woman will calm the beast, man. You watch videos.
No, Nick.
That's not true, dog.
You watch it.
This ain't no Hulk. It's not no something.
All niggas are the Hulk, and all white women are Scarlett Johansson, dog.
What part? What side of the argument are we on again, bro?
Look at Kanye and Travis Scott, man. Them niggas, man, come on, man.
The Kardashians are a curse, bro. Don't use them as an example. They sleeper agents.
Hey, yo, should we even talk about that Kardashian shit? Because I know all the information.
I'm all the way good because I felt like as soon as we touch that Kardashian box, we're not going to stop talking about headlines about that.
That nigga said the Kardashian box like every nigga done touched.
That joint cursed. What was that one thing from Indiana Jones where they opened it and their faces melted?
Oh, that shit from Tomb Raider, the same shit.
Yeah.
Thinking outside the box, just thinking outside of being with a Kardashian because every nigga.
Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that. Since niggas don't want to talk about that shit. So let's get this show on the roll. Let's watch this Dark Phoenix trailer. Let me cue that up for people right here. Why yes. Here we go. Dark Phoenix. Matter of fact, you know what? Before we even start the trailer, what are y'all opinions on it right now before you see anything?
I don't know what the fuck this is.
This is an X-Men movie.
You know what feels
that tells me very little, Bush.
feels like we're seeing a zombie come out the grave. You're dead already. Disney bought your rights, nigga. Get back in the grave. Just keep trying to come out. Try to pull out.
All right, let me play the trailer. This nigga Truth Ignorant, man. Here you go.
Is this 13 Reasons?
Why did you make me do that?
Look at me.
Fab, she's gonna make.
Okay,
I'm not even gonna address it.
I'm not giving up on you.
Hey, yo, Brian Singer not directing this.
Oh my god, Jenna, she look like trash. What happened?
That shit do look bad.
Fuck with Jeannie. Just leave her alone, dog.
I'm crazy. I'm sad.
You're special, Jean. And if you stop fighting that force
that doesn't look
inside
terrible,
you,
thank goodness.
if you embrace it, you will possess the very power of a god.
An Infinity War scale movie with characters nobody gives a shit about that have already been bought by the other studio that's making a movie this year as well.
She'll kill us all.
Shit.
Oh, she going through the helmet? Ooh.
Tell me how we fix this, Charles. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Why my hair's gone? My face is stupid.
Oh, we're gonna do some crazy ones.
It's your fault, Charles.
What do people go back? People go back for Magneto. They go back for that one quick boy scene.
When I lose control,
Nigga name. I thought his name was Quicksilver, not Quick Boy.
Quicksilver scenes are always fire. I might watch it just for that.
We can still help
Fair. They all fire, but we gonna stop acting like we're gonna watch the whole movie just because there's one scene.
You want to believe people are something that they are not.
Okay, 2 scenes.
You know what the worst thing is that this movie's about to be trash. The Magneto is about to be the most amazing thing ever because he's just good in everything.
Oh shit, Storm got lines.
Yeah, she had a role in the last movie.
They spelled Phoenix wrong.
X-Men Phonics.
She's coming.
Magneto loves moving around those damn trains, doesn't he?
Yes.
I don't think that one was Magneto, or was it?
So, what are y'all thoughts, man? Right. So, what are y'all thoughts?
It doesn't look as bad as X-Men: The Lost Stand, but then again, most things don't. But that shit still kind of look like trash. Like, I don't know. Like, this is the second time doing the Phoenix storyline, and it looks like they're still kind of messing it up, you know? And like, there's some like not really good acting. Like, Cyclops is trash. Yeah. But yeah, I guess this is a movie that's coming out that I'm not gonna watch.
All right, what are your thoughts on this?
That shit look fire. What? Okay. My only qualm, like on the serious tip, my only qualm is that I do remember this character vaguely from that one scene on the lake, and that's not the same actor, is it?
You talking about this from the lake?
In the previous X-Men movie, she was like, "Whoa, fucking Logan was trying to get back in contact with her or something."
She was in the previous film. You talking about the person that's playing Jean Grey?
Yeah, is that the same person?
Yeah, she was in the last film.
Apocalypse.
She was.
She looking different. Okay, that's the same person. Then I'm excited for sure. As comic readers, y'all got to tell me, why don't people leave Jean Grey the fuck alone?
Because I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, here's my thing. I'm a big X-Men fan, just in general. Like, I don't know, because like, you have to think. I've been like a Marvel sort of like comic book fan for a very long time, and that means like pre-Avengers and stuff. Before like those movies, nobody really cared about the Avengers. You know what I mean? They were kind of like characters you put in a book when they couldn't sell their own book, and the X-Men were kind of that big part of Marvel. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I never really liked Jean Grey. Jean Grey's kind of a boring character, and the only time she's ever interesting is in this very story, where like she becomes the Phoenix, but gets taken over by the Phoenix entity or whatever, the Phoenix Force. And yeah, I guess that's why it's the one interesting story with Jean Grey, so they keep wanting to go back to it.
They gotta keep going for it. I mean, it's interesting entertainment, I guess. Even like in universe, I mean, like, you know, the characters, why don't they just leave her the fuck alone? I mean, it's interesting. What's the motivation here exactly?
Well, I mean, there's like a love triangle. Cyclops is in love with her. Wolverine's in love with her. But I'm pretty sure, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a big part of it. And sometimes it gets a little bit creepy. Professor X kind of wants to bone, but he can't say
Professor X? What's he even going to do?
Hey, look, Professor X, let's not call... No, man, he's not trying to smash, man. Look.
He's trying to smash. In the comics, he's trying to smash. Not in these movies.
In the comics.
They were like, what happened was, in the original Stan Lee run, there's a part where there's a thought bubble, because 90% of what Professor X says is a thought bubble, because he always thinks some shit. And then in his head, he's like, damn, I want to smash. And I'm just like, oh, shit.
He did not. Also, one above all, so he don't fuck with Bryan Singer, and he thinks that Sophie Turner's accent.
Oh, hold on. You don't mess with the pedophile / like sexual predator. Even do I, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Anime Tail says Sophie Turner as Jean Grey has a terrible accent. Also, want to point out that Bryan Singer is not directing this film; it's directed by somebody different. But as he pointed out, he did start this whole universe over here. So.
Bryan Singer.
Dang, you gotta throw away the whole universe then.
He ruined the X. Let's talk about this for a second. He ruined the fucking X, because what happened was that after he left to go do that Superman movie, right? I think it was called Superman Returns or whatever. He went to go do a Superman movie. They had to find another director in a short amount of time. That's why X-Men: The Lost Stand was some trash. And then what ends up happening now is after Matthew Vaughn comes back, you know the guy that directed Kick-Ass, and I think he did Kingsman as well. That's the same dude, right? He was brought on by Fox to direct X-Men First Class. That's my favorite X-Men movie. And the movie was really, really good. And what ended up happening after that was that they were going to get him to direct the movie after that, Days of Future Past. But Bryan Singer saw that the franchise had been fixed. And he's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a movie where it connects it back to my shitty universe that nobody likes. And that's why we're back in this universe with like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, all these other characters.
Okay. Now, you pointed out when you were watching the trailer that Jennifer Lawrence makeup looked like ass.
Like trash. It's so bad.
That shit does look at it. Like, let me, if I can pause.
I mean, isn't that a thing that it took like way too long to do the original makeup and she hated it?
Can we talk about Bryan Singer again for 1 second? A big thing about the X-Men is all of them are a part of the team, but they have their own distinct costumes. They're distinct as fake. Everybody has their own costumes, right? If you go to like the 90s X-Men. Look up the 90s Jim Lee X-Men, Bush, and you can throw a picture up and see how different they look. You know what I mean? Wolverine's got his costume, Cyclops has his costume, Jean Grey has a costume, Nightcrawler, all of that. And a big problem is that when they started adapting these characters to film, all of them wore these sort of like dominatrix, black silicone, you know what I'm saying, latex, black costumes. And the weirdest part about them all looking the same was that for some reason, Bryan Singer decided to make like Mystique look more detailed than she did in the comics. Like in the comics, she just has yellow eyes and regular blue skin. Like there's no texture to it. Yeah. In the movie, she's butt fucking naked half the time.
Excellent decision.
And then she has like these terrible scales and stuff, and I'm like, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? She never has that weird like reptile texture to her skin.
Look, man, I mean, I find that I like that decision. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie. to give her scales and shit, man. Let me see if I can pull up some shit. I didn't find Mystique, but I did find a picture of the 90s X-Men that you were talking about.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I kind of I think it was a smart idea to do the black suits, man. Because this shit seemed...
Man, you're literally the problem, Bush.
Especially around that time that they were first... Like when they first produced the film. Because people weren't really fucking with comic book movies like that. A lot of them were bad. So I think this will look ridiculous. Just all this color on the screen, all these different colorful characters. So I thought it was a smart idea to go with the suit aspect. Like everybody had the same suit. Also, it's a school, and like with some schools, you gotta wear uniforms. So I thought that made a lot of sense for them to even go that route. That was a smart decision in my opinion, man. Fuck you, Mo. Suck a dick, nigga.
Can I interject with something?
You can argue this. Like, yeah, it is a school, but like the students aren't the ones really going on the missions. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, in the original run with Stan Lee, they all wore the same costume, but eventually they had their own identities because they weren't really students anymore. Some of them were fucking teachers. Some of them took over the fucking school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Still, fuck you, Mo. Go ahead, True.
I forgot. My bad.
How the fuck? Mr. Anime Tail says they literally said that Jennifer Lawrence was only meant to have a small role as Mystique, but the studio liked her so much that they made her a part of a lot bigger. Now he said that she gave them head. I don't think she did that, Mr. Anime Tail. Stop saying
what it was. They didn't necessarily like what she did with the character. They liked the fact that she won an Oscar.
What'd you say again, Mom? I'm sorry.
I said I don't think they liked what she did with the role. They just liked that she won an Oscar, and now she's like a hot commodity.
That's what I complained about in my video about this shit, man. I'm tired of seeing her. Like, bitch, I don't care about Mystique as part of the team. Like,
she's not even that like good of an actress, in my opinion.
I just don't fuck with her like that. And also, what else I was gonna say? No, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Fuck it. I completely forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Somebody told me that in the Days of the Future Past, they switched up time to make it make sense for her to be a part of the group now.
They did. It was just a massive retcon.
Oh, okay. Like I still don't fuck with it because I don't want Mystique. I like Mystique as a villain. Like she has like a villain's powers. Like it's a villain's powers to switch to people.
Yeah, she's a villain. She's definitely a villain. It's so weird. It's so weird, man. So strange.
Yeah, let's move on to the next trailer. Any final thoughts on this shit before we move on?
It looks like doo-doo. Like there's nothing else to say.
I mean, Truth like it. Truth was hyped for it, man. Truth defend your shit, dog.
Truth's the contrarian.
Oh, I mean, it just looks interesting. A lot is really left up to chance. I don't really have too much faith in like mainstream movies dialogue or the character development, so to speak, because they're all pretty established characters. So they don't really do any of the things that I typically look for in less well-known movies. But, you know, just the surface level entertainment, like the special effects, as we saw with that train, and just, I don't know, the storylines are actually pretty good. So that'll be interesting to watch.
Okay. Let's go to the next trailer here then. Pull this shit up. So we got the Hellboy Red Band trailer. Now Red Band is like a lot of profanity and shit like that in there, nudity probably.
The saucy trailer.
The saucy trailer. So let me go ahead and play that for you people. Here we go.
On an island off the coast of Scotland, something was summoned from the depths of hell. Something that would end mankind.
And this thing you worried about, did it show up?
That looks good. Oh wow, that looks great. Oh shit, yes.
We face every threat there is, and yet
I think Toad is my favorite. The fact that they didn't like him as a kid, like little baby Hellboy, that looks dope.
Goddamn weapon.
Where's my fucking violin?
I think Dave Harbour. Haha, it's the dude they recast it.
Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Out there's a 5th century.
You remember how they cast the white actor in the first place, and then they had to recast with the Asian
on
dude?
London and the world.
What was the Asian before?
Great.
Well, he's Asian in the comics, but then they casted the white dude from Deadpool 1, and then like he saw that the internet was reacting a particular way, and then he gave up the role to an Asian actor.
You were meant for this.
During the filming of the movie?
Oh, go back, Bush. Go back 1 second. Go back a little bit.
Alright, go back to what?
Go back about 10 seconds.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah, play.
Okay.
To bring down the curtain on London and the world.
Great. Homework.
Why do you fight for those who hate and fear you?
Okay, I just wanted to see if that was her taste.
You were meant for this.
Oh,
Out of the ash, Eden will emerge.
this shit look good. The CG look fantastic.
It does look good, and it looks like they're doing a lot of the stuff from Mignola's original stuff.
Yeah, okay, come on. Let's get your game face on.
I want to see this. Come on,
let's do this.
Whoa, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. That shit looks good, man. Oh, yes, Hellboy from Hell. Let's do it. This shit look dope as shit. You know, they did a good job with this trailer. Oh, yeah, okay. They did a good job with this trailer. Everybody thought this was going to be way more comedic, way more frustrating. This looks good. This looks like a straight up back. Yes, okay. I'm down for this. Yeah, I'm down for it.
That nigga, I'm a Capricorn. Orgasming over here. Like, oh my, yes.
I gotta like vocalize what's in my head. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
Like your head,
this looks
your
good,
other head.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I like it. Go back to the titties, Bush.
What? Let me find the titties, dog. Hold up. So we know Mo is sucking this trailer off. How do you feel about this, Truth? Is it your first time seeing this shit?
It's the first time I've seen it too.
Is that nigga Truth? Are you awake, nigga? The fuck?
I mean, we can go back to what I was gonna say. I didn't actually say anything. I just kind of moaned through the whole shit.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Oh, I think this nigga Truth needs some time.
I wasn't sold with the Lost trailer. Full of kind of trash, to be honest with you. This looks a lot better, and I mean, I really like the actors they had. You know what I'm saying? Dave Harbour, I think that's his name. He's really good. I think his name's Ian McShane or something like that. He's really, 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 really good too. And yeah, I like all of the actors in this, and the CGI looks a lot better. Not that we saw too much of it last time. And this looks like the thing that we want to watch. Like for people that wanted to see a more, you know, true to form version of Hellboy from the comic books, this looks like it's going to be there, and it's exciting, man. I'm enjoying what I saw.
Yeah, this shit looked pretty good. I didn't read the comic. I'm not a comic book reader, but I did watch.
You should read that, Bush. You should read that, Bush. I think you'll like that one. Reason I say that is because Mignola started off as a graphic designer, so his art, right, his illustrations, super graphical. He does this. You'll get what I mean. Like it looks like he designed each panel and stuff. You'll really like it.
Oh, we got this nigga Stabby McStab. He said, this nigga said, watch the Us trailer and tell me I'm wrong about Lupita Nyong'o's face being the scariest part.
Is there a new Us trailer?
No, he just saying that Lupita Nyong'o is ugly and that she's the scariest part of the trailer.
He's pretty.
Oh damn, niggas wild.
I mean, she pretty to me too, but this nigga Stabby don't fuck with it because I made a video about her being casted as the next Bond girl. In the comments section, it's fine.
It's fine that you don't like black women, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it make you
don't pull that.
Does it mean like if you internalize some racism? Does it mean that like you're a kind of terrible? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Stabby, defend yourself. Why do you think she is ugly, man? Come on, Stabby. Stabby.
Is it just me or does the trailer keep playing?
I'm playing.
Leaving it on.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
The infinite Lupiomi, man. Yo, Bush, if you want to give some reference, look up Mike Mignola Hellboy. Just kind of show them how the art looks and how that might match what they've shown in the movie and stuff. Like Mike Mignola Hellboy. Mignola is spelled Mignola.
Oh, you knew better. Okay. You know I can't spell.
I mean, it's just an odd last name.
I didn't even say none.
So you saying this dude was a graphics artist before? Let me.
Yeah. He was a graphic designer, and he's the creator, writer, and sometimes the artist of that book. So.
This nigga Mo love making me pull up shit, man.
I mean, I think it's just good for reference, man. Just show people what we're talking about.
No, I'm just playing. Let me see if I can.
Don't stop like God damn.
So that's one of the things. That's one of the illustrations. Can you see that, Mo?
Yeah, I can. What do you think of his art, by the way, Bush?
Yeah, it does. You can kind of tell that he is from a graphic design background, like the composition of everything, and it's like them super sharp vector graphic lines and shit.
Yeah. Especially the way he does the shadows, and when you start to see him incorporate typography, he's one of those old school graphic designers where he'd draw out typography, and that's how he'd have his like text and stuff.
You mean like even in like inside the book, like the panels?
Yeah, even in the books, like the sound effects, like the bangs, the pows, like all that shit is like him drawing into the.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture.
It looks
of
so
that.
good.
All right, so Truth, you back? Did you see the trailer? Any part of it, though? What are your
thoughts? Yeah, I caught the first half.
So, what are your thoughts on it? Are you excited to see Hellboy, nigga?
It looks pretty interesting. And as far as what I'll actually go out and see, I don't think it quite meets that level of Dark Phoenix does. It looks. I'm actually a fan of the character for Dark Phoenix, which is what it comes down to for these movies, I think. So it's not that big a statement to say. The character of Hellboy never really interested me, so I won't be.
Let me go ahead and I'm gonna do what you say, Stab. I'm gonna watch the Us trailer, man. Just for fuck's sake, man. This nigga. Hold up. Did we even talk about that trailer? I don't think we talked about it either. I don't think we've seen it.
Which trailer?
The Us trailer.
I think we did, man. I think we did.
Together? Oh,
yeah. Stone was around.
Oh, Stone was around. Oh, that's a long ass time ago.
We can do it again if you want. I mean, we might have different thoughts now, and I don't think Truth is there.
Oh, let me pull it up.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Let me pull it up. So this see. All right, Stabby, I got you. This is what you want to see, Stabby. Let me add it here.
Dabby McDab there.
Stabby. Stab.
Take the dent out of the bag.
That's a classic right there.
Look at that skin tone. Go ahead.
I love this.
It's about
I like the color grade.
Drugs. It's a dope song. Don't do drugs.
Get in rhythm.
That looks really good. Like the oranges with the dark skin. That shit was fire.
It's all warm.
Yeah, that shit looked really good. Like you can tell they graded it for the black skin and not the white skin. You can kind of tell by the color.
Not kidding. Hey, I think it's vodka clock.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can really see how it reflects off the black skin.
Oh, horror movie. What? Oh, Jordan Peele. What?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's his second. It's his second movie.
It's
the second movie.
That shit coming out in a little bit too, ain't it? It's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, wait. Yeah. Hold on for a sec. Let me see what happens. I want to see what Truth thinks.
There's a family in our driveway.
Is their character supposed to resemble horns? Is that
a family?
Can I help you?
Look, there's people in their driveway, man.
Zora.
Oh shit, he went to Howard?
Put your shoes on.
If you want to get crazy, we can get
crazy. I hate the HBCU, man.
Hey, the back thing was on beat. That's fire. Oh.
are you people?
It's us.
That's cool.
They look exactly like us. They think like us. They know where we are.
Remix is nice.
That shit is dope.
We need to move and keep moving.
This is a really, really, really good trailer, man.
They won't stop.
What's this is black as shit, man. I love it.
Or we kill them.
Oh shit.
The framing, man. This is gorgeous. I love the framing. I don't think it's going to be as simple as this trailer's kind of making out to be.
March,
You know
so
what I
it's
mean?
coming out this month. Oh shit.
Oh, what? I had no idea. I'm excited. I had no idea. Yeah, that's good news. That's good. Let me see how it
right around the corner.
Yeah, I was like in my head. I had it mapped out for like June or July. Like that's crazy. Yo, man, I'm excited. I mean, didn't Get Out come out around that same time? Like February, like March.
So March 22nd is when this shit drops. So yeah.
Wait, man.
Yeah, this is definitely the most interesting looking movie that I've seen so far for several reasons. I just want to say, in y'all opinion, does the director usually handle the trailer, or is that kind of something that they're not?
Sometimes the studio doesn't even really handle the trailer. They'll commission other studios that like specialize in cutting and editing trailers.
Yeah.
Okay, then what I'm about to say next doesn't apply specifically towards the movie's quality, but the way that trailer is put together speaks highly of the movie, because the way that trailer was set up, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it comes from a place where there's a lot of interesting stuff to take from. Like, that's my problem with a lot of superhero movie trailers, is that the trailers are kind of ass, if you're being 100.
Yeah.
Like, the last blockbusters that had really good trailers were like the Transformers movies, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I feel like superhero films, to a degree, no, not even to a degree, they just straight up are. That, like, everything about the process of making one is formulaic at this point, because there's so many of them. You know what I mean? And this is not like a hard take whatsoever. What ends up happening is that you expect the superhero trailer to hit the same beats. This is who I am. This is who I was before I'm a hero. Now I've been given my powers.
Facts.
Fred. And then the trailer ends, and it's like, look at this cool comic book thing that 5 people know, but they're gonna pretend they know because the internet told me about it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's it. That's the end of the trailer. And it's usually the same like song, and then like if they really want to spice it up, they get a popular song that people already like, associate that with the trailer. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. So
also, I had a couple more things to say about the trailer, just off of what I noticed. So one thing with me when it comes to horror movies, I'm not really a fan of the actual horror aspect, because they're not really that scary besides like gore or just like, I feel like the main draw of the horror movies is that thrill, that suspense. This movie, the thing that's gonna get most people, I think, is whatever is going on in that one scene where the son is playing with his little evil alter ego or whatever. Like that's probably the highlight of the trailer for me. Just that interesting aspect to the story that'll really just draw an emotion. I don't know what the fuck Jordan Peele gonna do with it, but it's gonna be fire. That's all I had to say.
I think that's the most exciting thing. I think like Jordan Peele is not as obvious as you want him to be. He's never this predictable director. You know what I'm saying? I say never, but we've seen one of his films. So a big thing for me is like Jordan is not just trying to tell a film about, oh look, scary thing is happening to me, scary thing. It's gonna have some type of commentary. There's gonna be a core thematic quality that we're all gonna really appreciate by the end. And a thing that I think this trailer kind of cured, as opposed to like what was a problem for Get Out, was the promotional material kind of gave away what the tone of the movie would be like for a lot of it. And I don't think this necessarily did that. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't really give us much of a map in our head. It gave us the concept, but it didn't give us the message necessarily.
All right, let me go ahead and go to the comment section and see what other people in the comment section think. All right, now Mr. Anime Tell says Jordan Peele said us ain't about race. So how do y'all feel about that? Watching the trailer, do you agree with him? I mean, it is.
That might disappoint Mo, bro.
No, I don't know about that. Like, I don't just care about race, to be honest with you. Like, to be honest with you, my favorite theme, which is pretty basic, is I love films about family. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the type of family it is, regardless of the sort of members of that family. You know what I'm saying? I will say on screen it is pretty nice to see a complete black family. I'm saying I think that's cool. But
yeah,
if the movie's not about race, that's not gonna.
I think that's a good idea to make it not about race.
I think he doesn't want to be a one-trick pony. He doesn't want to be the race dude.
Exactly, and also, it's like you said, it's good to see an all-black family movie that doesn't have anything to do with race. Like, it's good to see just black people in movies, and the movie is not based on them being black. Yeah. So,
that's the point, isn't it? Yeah. It's just the normalcy of the the black family, like normalizing that is one of the key stages that we're at these days. It's not just equality; it's like letting us just live.
And
absolutely, you don't want to be a spectacle.
All right, this nigga Stabby here, he's like, I don't understand how they made M'Baku less threatening in a horror movie than he was in Black Panther. So he don't fuck with how M'Baku is looking. He also says that, was I wrong about Lupita Nyong'o's face being the scariest thing in it? Now, she did look pretty scary, but she's still fine as hell.
She also just looked pretty, period. Like,
yeah, she is sexy as hell.
I mean, when she had the real napped out hair and all that stuff, the expression on her face, I think her eyes were bloodshot too. If we could go back to that scene, it was really just.
Yeah, let me so I can pull that shit up. See if I can take a look at her face here. Look at her face.
Well, while we go to that, what did y'all think of them child actors? Did you think they were doing pretty well at expressing emotions, or you kind of got that similar vibe of, nah, these niggas can't act?
We didn't see too much of them, but like from what I saw, I think the little boy is going to be really cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's probably going to be the most frightened. And I mean, again, like talking about things that are in there that are interesting and good to have in a film, regardless if it isn't about race. Like seeing a complete black family is also really cool. But another thing that's pretty cool is seeing like the one that's most afraid is a little boy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty cool too. You know what I mean? Like he's the most fearful in this entire family unit, and I don't know if necessarily his arc is going to be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be the most brave. Like I think he's pretty accepting of how afraid he is.
A lot of people don't like that trope though, making the black kid the most fearful one, because we I mean, yeah, it's true. It kind of balances it out if you put it that way. But like when a black character is the only person in the film, like we talk about Star Wars, that shit happen. Also, the Pikachu trailer.
But that doesn't apply to this one because for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, it doesn't apply to this one. I'm just saying people don't like that trope when it's just a single black person.
It's more so it's more so a thing about like masculinity in general. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I like that there's a kid that doesn't feel like he's obligated to be brave. You know what I'm saying? It's more so something he has to learn through this movie, but it's not like I have to be brave because that's what I'm supposed to be. And that's it.
Are there really many good examples of brave characters in horror movies? Like most times they're just desperate. They're not really taking courageous stands.
I think horror movie brave seems to be running to the danger at hand, which is stupid. But to me, like the moment a character becomes brave is when they face of a thing they've been dealing with outside of the monster. Because my favorite sort of horror movies are ones that are ultimately about, say, an idea, and then that monster personifies the idea. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, there'll be movies about mourning, like losing somebody that you really care about, and then the monster kind of symbolizes that as well. Like they bring back people that you cared about, and then you have to face the fact that people aren't going to live forever, and that's ultimately the idea of the movie. I like stuff like that. And I think a brave character is the one that comes face to face with the thing they've been facing before the monster even showed up.
Okay, so Mr. Anime Tale says they have another movie that's starring two black leads, Boyega and Letitia Wright. It's gonna be like a sci-fi romance story, sci-fi love story. So that's interesting. I never heard about that before.
I mean, we can give that a show if you want. Like, we don't.
I mean, there's no trailer of it, but I'm just saying that that's something that's on the horizon.
Who's directing it? Who's directing and writing it? I think that's always important. I mean,
let me see. Let me see. Adaptation of Katie Can. Hold Back the Stars. Let me see. Filmmaker. Let me see. Mike Chahill. It says Another Earth is what they got him on.
What's the name of the movie?
Another Earth. Let me see. Let me look up.
Is that the one with Will Smith and Jada Smith? Or was that something else?
That's After Earth. That's After Earth. Let me.
I'm about to say I thought Another Earth was a sequel. Like really, another one?
I see his name right here. Let me see what he's done. Just I think that's always important.
I don't recognize none of this shit. It's TV. It's all TV shows. So that's what it looked like. And a couple movies. So he did I Origins and Another Earth. Let me look at the rating on Another Earth.
Yo, the expression on her face, bro, that shit is very, very scary.
Another Earth
I
got
heard
a
good
7.
things about his I Origins. I heard good things about I Origins, like from what I remember.
Oh yeah, I Origin. But yeah, I never seen these movies, so I can't really speak on it. They got like a 7-star rating on IMDb. That's pretty good. That's like slightly above average. So yeah.
We'll keep an eye out.
Let's move on to the final trailer here. Now I was gonna watch a different trailer, but I forgot that HBO dropped their own trailer showing all the shit they got coming out this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that instead of the trailer that I had queued up. All right.
Okay.
So HBO got all the good shit. Turn this up.
Did somebody buy him out recently?
Who bought HBO out?
Am I tripping or am I just
shit? I don't know. I don't know. I ain't hear nothing about that. But this is their 2019 trailer for all the stuff they got coming out this year.
Is it playing right now?
Yep.
This is the feeling I've been searching for my entire life.
Stop the hate and celebrate what the Lord has given us.
Are you with me?
My job
Yeah,
ain't
they
to
got
follow the
Deadwood
law.
back.
My job
It's a film?
is to interpret it.
Hi.
Hey.
That do look familiar.
I've tried to be a better human being.
Hold up. That look interesting. OG? And my nigga, what's that dude name that play in Westworld? He was in Boardwalk too. Fuck, I forgot his name, but I love that actor. He playing in a movie called OG. Let me go back. I'm sorry.
I've tried to be a better human being.
Ooh, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
You are dealing with something that has never
You never watched Game of
occurred on
Thrones?
this planet.
Nope.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Get on that shit today.
And you're better off not understanding.
That shit is fire. Watchmen got a series?
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of looking forward to it, I
want to
guess.
know what happened that night.
All of them.
They have a lot of
About
projects.
this part. I want to be president for all Americans. I mean,
I wonder who gets
You
the
know,
rights to HBO's
all
content,
of
like
them?
once it gets to streaming. I mean, they have their own streaming service, don't they?
I love Silicon Valley. Oh, Two Dope Queens. They used to be a podcast. They got a show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also ends here because that's the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it is the last season. Let me play the final bit. Oh, that's nothing else.
Does that mean the books are done too?
He never finished that last book because he's been trying and he just can't get to it.
Fuck it, man. Just TV show out there. Unless he plans on changing.
Wait, can we scroll back to a couple shots where they're just walking in the empty street? I want to see that.
Cool. What?
Towards the beginning of it, it's like around 8 or 6 seconds.
Okay, let me. I think it's right here. Yeah, it's right here.
That shit is what? Which one is that from?
What show? I have no idea. I don't think it says.
Oh, it's probably the same. Yeah, Euphoria.
Okay. So what do y'all think about this? Anything in here aside from the main shit that you're interested in?
I don't know. It's just that one shot caught my eye from Euphoria. Game of Thrones doesn't really interest me.
Oh, this
is because I read a lot of fantasy. I'm not really too interested in watching.
What about you, Mo?
Kind of just have like a general like opinion and stuff. HBO seems to be on top of their game. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely levels to like the content these networks can produce. And HBO has like constantly reaffirmed that they're kind of the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? They're kind of the top. And you can tell from the production value, the quality of the CGI, and some of those Game of Thrones shots, and just the actors that they have on board. Because these aren't like typical TV show actors even. You know what I mean? And I think this is really interesting.
These are actors, man. These are like fucking big movie actors. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that like it's interesting because I know Truth mentioned it before how we watched all of those trailers, but then like the Us trailer felt kind of different. And I think that's kind of the case with this stuff because it feels more filmic, it feels more personalized, it feels like it's supposed to be an independent project as opposed to something that fits into the rich tapestry of a pre-established universe. Like this stuff looks really, really good, but it also looks really, really different. And I don't mean different from stuff we've seen before, but different from each other. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell from like when it went from one shot to the next shot to the next shot, it wasn't from the same show.
All right.
Yeah, that's a perfect. That's like the downside of trying to make these movies one universe. I'm referring, of course, to superhero movies. Like that shit has definitely started feeling the same, bro. I don't know when that started, because I feel like Captain America and Iron Man were definitely different. But you get to Winter Soldier, Ragnarok, and even the Avengers movies themselves, like it all starts feeling real similar, not just in like environment, but just in vibe and the fucking character arcs.
I'll say this, like people don't like to talk about how Marvel has a flavor or a thing that they serve.
Yeah.
But I'll say, considering how specific they've kind of become, they've done a good job of differentiating each of them by their standards. You know what I'm saying? They're not out here hiring some super experimental director to do something off the wall and crazy different, but they're also not distancing themselves from people that don't typically do big projects. Taika Waititi, for example, the dude really only up until that point, he'd only done like these New Zealand independent movies, that are fantastic by the way, but like they never were they never were like, oh, I'm doing a Star Wars big franchise. But he did a good job, and I think that's ultimately what they do. They want to keep their stuff similar, but they also want to be open to enough new ideas so that problem gets avoided. You know, they don't want their stuff to be super because then nobody cares. But they don't want it to be super different because then it stops being what people want to watch.
Okay, I agree with that. Let's go to the comment section here. I think Mr. Anime Tail seems to be up on all of this shit going on. All right, so he says Euphoria has me with Zendaya. I don't know what the fuck that is. It says him with Zendaya.
She's gonna watch it because it's Zendaya. Or she's gonna watch it because Zendaya. I don't know what the fuck you want.
Okay, that's what he meant. Okay. All right, his Dark Materials in the TV series remake of The Golden Compass, an old movie with Daniel Craig, and Watchmen looks good. So he fucked with Watchmen. Taika Waititi was the best friend in the shitty Green Lantern movie. So, that was his stuff.
I mean, he also posted a full trailer for the OG thing that you wanted to see, man.
Oh yeah, I got it queued up. It's gonna be the final trailer of Mr. Anime Tail. Like, stop sending me fucking trailers.
No, we the trailer show now, man.
We the trailer show. We go ahead and run this shit.
We're the Trailer Park Boys.
Trailer. Don't claim it.
Actor name is Jeffrey Wright.
Excited about getting out?
Love Jeffrey Wright.
Louis, this is Karen James.
Jeffrey Wright is fired.
Hi.
I hope you do know that I very much regret for what I did to your brother. I was a very dumb kid when I did that.
It's that damn voice.
Man, right? I heard
This looks really nice. Like, I love the central framing. It looks really good.
Dignity,
See the lighting right there.
that's what you want to try to hold on to in here.
When they get out after 30 years, he's scared as shit.
That natural lighting make it look nasty.
I've tried to use these years here to be a better human being.
Have you been thinking about a job
Okay, Malcolm
strategy?
X.
You're comfortable with reading and writing?
He's supposed to be bringing a whistle in.
A piece?
Through the outer body.
What?
Seriously,
Hold on.
do this?
Why I look like a big boy from outside?
You beat your kid, it's gonna get patched. It's in your best interest to stay away from him.
Oh,
May I say something? I'm
attention.
sure that you are a different person. But I don't want you to get out.
I can't find my way out of this shit. I need your help.
I know you know things.
You should remain.
It's only the trailer, and I don't know to trust him.
For the rest of your life.
There are many days that I've wondered if you're right, that this is where I belong.
I like the sound of the mouth.
This look real, man. Mannerisms.
Oh, that shit was fire. Wait, go back to that last scene.
All right.
Look at his eyes.
If you're right.
Yeah, I was waiting for the part where they changed it from OG to OJ, and it's like, oh shit, it's OJ story.
For the rest of your life.
There are many days that I've wondered if you're right, that this is where I belong.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah, that's good acting right there. Yeah.
Like you see how he couldn't even meet her eyes anymore. He just started looking away, like, get me out of here, bro.
I'm not paying this man enough, man.
That motherfucker is good. Like, especially in Westworld, he one of the best parts of Westworld too.
I mean, everyone's good in Westworld, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Boardwalk Empire, he was real good at.
I need to watch that.
That him and what's the old dude name? The dude that fucking played in The Wire. I forgot his name, but
Denzel Washington.
No. The gay dude that was killing people, that was like the revenge nigga.
I don't really know. I never seen The Wire.
I know. God, you ain't watched nothing good, nigga. Shit.
Yo, what's the dude that was also in The Walking Dead?
Was he? No, he wasn't in Walking Dead. Was he?
The priest nigga?
No, hell no. Like, anybody know his name, dog? Anybody in the comment section can help me out? What's that motherfucker's name?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah, Omar. Yeah, he was Omar in The Wire.
That's who I'm talking about. That was him. That was the dude that played the priest in Walking Dead.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Let me do my Googles.
Do your fucking Googles, nigga. That nigga's light skinned.
Oh no. That nigga way too dark. Like, I'm sorry.
That nigga way too dark.
Why he look like? Why he got the Harry Potter scar?
But yeah, if you watch,
he has it in real life too.
Yeah, that's his real life scar. Now, if you watch,
okay.
If you watch the scenes between him and Jeffrey Wright and the Boardwalk Empire, that was one of the best parts of that season, dog. Because it's set around like the 20s or something, like we're doing Prohibition, the mafia and shit like that. But like, and he's like the only black gangster around. And he gets into this conflict with Jeffrey Wright's character, who is sort of like, I can't even really describe it. He like, I can't. You gotta watch the shit. I can't really express how I feel about that scene. But it was good.
I really want to watch this because there's like a bucket list I have of just shows I should have watched a long time ago.
Oh yeah, Boardwalk Empire is fire, nigga.
I consider like Boardwalk Empire was the point where like TV kind of like gained legitimacy. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it was ever really bad. But it's like it's the point where people are like, oh, I'm gonna quit this movie thing and start watching TV instead.
Let me see if I can pull up a scene here.
Not to say TV.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Hope you were watching, Roy, because you might have missed all that comic book content. We were basically talking about comic books the whole time.
Yeah. We fucking watching trailers and scenes now.
Yeah.
It's all this podcast should be is fucking watching trailers all day. Honestly.
Ma called me Pizzilla.
Off the trailer, man.
Off the trailer.
Little names. Yourself? Whatever you prefer.
Hold on, we still watching this shit?
Doctors make me nervous.
No, this is from Boy Empire.
My concern is with the spirit more so than with the body.
Try that line on the next skirt you chase.
Yes, indeed. You had that deal with Joe the boss. We engaged as necessary. Mr. Maranzano would like it to continue. Perhaps one day our paths will cross.
That day's today.
I beg your pardon. Mr. Maranzano's ready to do business and offers protection.
Actors are wizards, man, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever problems might
like these niggas, like they have to believe that this person.
You're in Harlem, gentlemen.
Uptown, downtown, it's all New York.
My experience is otherwise.
Just the subtlety.
You got the policy game. The dope. The clubs.
And you got all those whores.
What I have belongs to me. People are losing things all over. Some guy, he's a millionaire. Next thing you know, he's selling chiclets in the street.
Or worse.
Chiclets. Holding on to what you have. That sounds like a good idea. That's what Mr. Maranzano would like to help you with. And that's what we had to say. I thank you both for your concern. And I'm sorry you came up this far for nothing. What I love about the city, everything's so close.
Man, I couldn't find the what I wanted, but anyway, I think that's enough for that.
It was an okay scene. I wasn't seeing anything too crazy in it.
Yeah, I couldn't find the scene between him and Omar. I couldn't find it on YouTube. I just picked a random scene, but that don't really show the extent of his acting in the show. But yeah, I'm pumped for OG, man. This nigga Mr. Anime Tale says Bush has a trailer cap, even though he tried to stream an entire award show. That was
that's fire.
that was truth, like I said. You know, let's move on. What do y'all want to start with first? Y'all want to go with the Larry Bear shit, the pick a sperm donor, Candace Owens, Roseanne Barr, Leaving Neverland? Like, what do y'all? Dog Park?
I think I have enough energy to fight Candace Owens today, man.
Can we just do the sperm donor and leave? Like, I don't got.
I mean, I guess.
I ain't got Candace Owens energy today, man.
It's fine, man. So we're gonna go ahead and do the sperm donor shit then. Something more lighthearted. All right, we're gonna end on that note since these niggas don't want to talk about nothing else, man. So let me go pull that out for you. And to be fair, it was y'all niggas' fault. Y'all kept bringing out trailers. Mr. Anime Tale's fault, man. Let me
You look very athletic.
Let me cue this shit up. So a channel called Cut did a lineup.
Oh, this channel. Okay.
Yeah, and they did one on sperm donors. Right?
Is she really picking one though?
I don't know. You tell me, nigga. Let's watch this shit and see. All right, let me go ahead and play it. Here you go.
You look very athletic.
I like to be physical.
Okay. You look very athletic. You look very athletic.
I like to be physical.
Okay.
That sounded dirty, but.
My name is Sheena.
What are you doing here?
Here to find some good sperm.
Ty.
Why are you here?
To possibly pick a potential sperm donor. That process is very interesting, considering both of us are trans men.
Who's gonna carry?
I am.
Wait,
what? Hold on. I'm trying to understand.
They trans men, so they were women, but now they're men. So.
But they're gonna carry the baby?
Well, yeah, because they're women. They were born women, but they look like men now. They made themselves look like men.
Okay.
So they're still them two are women, but they're men now because they're trans. So.
Got you.
They look like like that's a good transformation. I thought them were like.
I can't do it. I just can't.
This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I've kind of put it on hold. There are a lot of women out there like me who, you know, are maybe mid-30s and just.
We don't see a lot of trans men though. We don't see that many. That's why it's
What's important around a sperm donor?
It'd be great if they're strong. You know,
it's just they said who's gonna carry.
And I kind of want to know a bit about personality. You know, what are their tendencies? You know, do they have any hidden talents?
The biggest thing is ethnicity. They can't just be full Caucasian.
What if they're perfect in every other way?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
I guess so. As ready as I'll ever be.
I'm gonna bring them in.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
These are people we've selected for you. Why don't you go ahead and look them up and down?
Oh, God. What's good? Hey, how's it going?
All right. So,
Davion.
This nigga okay, now I can see it.
I
Now
want to get into
they
what you expect from your potential sperm donor.
Because of their size. It's like,
Wow.
Some motherfucker
Can you
got a
look
list.
this gentleman up and down?
oh God.
Sure. No problem. Tall, dark, and handsome.
What are you basing your selection off of?
For me, what my gut says.
What is it?
She said I'm about to be in them
Right,
Family medical history, like, because there's a lot of genetic mutations that people have.
I will say that
my baby have a big dick.
To 92 or beyond.
Huge
From
dick.
that perspective, as far as longevity, I mean, we're looking pretty good.
What else? You have to be some sort of black.
Yeah, they just want a baby. They're not into that.
No, not this.
You have to have some flavor.
Yeah.
You guys feel one way or the other about Kellen?
I like him. I like you, Kellen.
Okay. Would you consider having my child?
I would. These features would work really well together.
I think so too. I mean, she is quite attractive.
Oh,
She's like, put my.
So you gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Oh,
That's an old player right there, man. He be knocking a lot of down, boy.
why they set that man up right after him? That's why.
I don't even know what to ask.
Yeah, I probably know a couple of things about that razzle dazzle.
Where do you want? I'm from Argentina. I guess that's one place to start. I was born there. However, like Argentina is as white as like things get in South America.
But you got curly hair, so.
Yeah, no, I got great curly hair.
Do you have any like allergies or asthma?
No. Biggest thing that I have in terms of like genetics would be like I have like ADHD.
Oh shit, you don't want that shit.
It's a rough time, especially like being on for a while.
Does intelligence
Black
matter?
child.
I think
ADHD.
intelligence is very sexy, first off.
I currently have been accepted into medical school where I would get my MD to be like a medical doctor
think
and also
that's
get my
genetic.
PhD to do research.
I like hearing
He's white, man. It is. So that's what they say, though.
Yes, I would.
Awesome, thank you.
Over the big came when they were talking about how strong you were.
What your guys' support system for a child is?
I think she
My
is
family
Asian.
initially,
Yeah.
There was a lot of hesitation.
Your family was hesitant over you having a kid?
They were hesitant, not necessarily about like me having a baby, not like my ability to take care of it, but more so my safety in regard to carrying a child.
Do you think you guys would consider me?
I like you. I like you too.
Like everybody.
Definitely
yeah.
a potential candidate.
I feel like they're making friends about people they want to have a
Now
kid with.
that's fucked up. Like that dude.
He has to the doctor and the.
Okay.
You say you're 53?
You know what's messed up about that? You don't know how old that nigga was before.
I know, it's old-ish.
I mean, at the sperm, you get to be like under 34. The sperm Has to do count with goes down and motility. stuff.
Yeah.
Initially, I wouldn't feel just attracted. But the thing is, we're not looking for.
That's creating shit.
Hold on. Why do you have to be attracted to the sperm donor?
Decided that you would like to
I
donate.
mean, she wanted to believe that she would fuck you. I don't know, nigga.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
Well, that is white.
I am what you see. Slightly balding, slightly chubby, but I'm still a professional singer. 10 bad bitches in a marriage.
Hold on.
Would you like to have a baby with all
They
of
got
this?
Hunch Twin in the background? They look like the Hunch Twin.
What? Oh. Mo, you heard what he started saying?
Yo, I had to stop that shit, dog. That nigga is the GOAT, dog. That's what
I think he wins, bro.
No, he won, dog. Just attempting that shit, he won. Let me play that shit back, dog.
Is white.
I am what you see. Slightly balding, slightly chubby, but I'm still a professional singer. 10 bad bitches in the marriage. Your wrists don't really rock them diamonds on me dancing.
I was in
when
the
you're
hood.
working hard and your buddy's running. I got my
Look at them three dudes on the right just standing still, just like, what does this mean?
Would you like to have a baby with all of this?
I was puffing weed with my helmet.
Oh, he a comedian.
It's gonna be hard to say no.
Aaron,
Sheena, you look very athletic.
I like to be physical.
Okay.
Man, when the black dude come up there talking about athleticism and shit, man.
What's your motivation? Like, why do you want to be a sperm donor?
Like he's an
I've been
actor.
asked
Dude, these bitches.
to donate. My sister had to go through a donation, and I just see how much like joy donation can bring to a person.
You're very in tune with other people. Somebody asks you for help, you're willing to be there. I think you definitely passed.
I just realized she
Would
bald.
you guys consider me, or like?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Sheena.
I'm Wes.
Why did you decide you'd like to donate?
This whole process is kind of the future of humanity.
You want
the whole room.
Yeah.
What? I'm a transhumanist.
A trans what?
I believe.
Yeah, I never heard that shit either. A transhumanist.
Is genetic engineering, genetic tampering, integration with robotics, electronics.
Oh, that's on some eugenics shit. I don't fuck with that, man.
Impression.
You weird, dog. But he right, but he weird. That's all.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He is weird. Oh, Asian.
I'm a gay man. I realize that in the future I probably won't have a very high chance of having a child.
For whatever reason, folks don't think like queer folks in the community can also meet other queer folks in the community and like have a conversation about fertility. So I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Have you already had any experience with From the Nation?
Yes. So I saw an ad on my college campus when I was at UW. They didn't want my sperm.
Oh.
I don't know why. I didn't say why. We're like, no, it's okay. We don't want you. Would you consider me as a sperm donor?
By your package so far, I wouldn't say no. But I
That
am
nigga swole,
a little
man.
bit concerned
I
as
mean,
to
he look
why
good. Good looking Asian
UW
dude, man.
said no.
And it's
That would be something I would want to figure out before going through a process like that.
Hello there.
She said I wanted a black man in my
Eric,
kid.
Sheena. Nice to meet you.
Hey, hold up. Why they got these? Why they got like mostly wimpy ass white dudes like a fat
my name is Dexter.
Why the fuck? Like what? They got all
even
these.
the Asian nigga Jack, bro.
Yeah, they got all these model-esque other races of dudes, but then they got this fat white dude, these two fat white dudes. This wimpy ass.
I don't know. The vampire not repping the Argentinians too hard, but
Yeah,
still.
the vampire dude, he is white, and I mean,
but
he's
he's
straight.
a doctor, so it balances out, I guess.
Yeah, he's straight, but the other ones are like the other ones are like out of place, like a motherfucker. Up.
How old are you?
I was gonna say don't worry because they got like pre-time skip Wiz Khalifa in the background coming up next.
He like he got some swag to him at least. Yeah.
As of a couple weeks ago.
Man, that's just the blackness.
That's just being black.
Nova High School.
Oh, you're in high school?
I'm graduating this year.
That's crazy. That'd be a no, but.
You're 18 and you're thinking of donating.
Yeah,
All these uncomfortable.
as humans
He's
have
from high
evolved,
school,
adolescence has been the time to have kids. So maybe
Why all those niggas even doing the back laughing at him like what?
My gut says no. Don't rob the cradle for another baby.
He's hunched over. That's the high school poster right there.
This nigga got a hug. What this nigga?
Oh, maybe.
Talk your shit.
Notice it when you came in.
Oh, thank you.
What attributes do you have to offer to a potential child?
I think I love myself. And I think a person like me would be really good. I think I'm really positive. I like to read books.
I got that big dick.
Got that BBC. You can't see it now, but
I drink water. What do I watch? Documentaries.
Maybe later.
So I learn a whole lot of things.
So what do you do?
I am a finance major, and then I also play soccer on the side too.
Oh, play soccer.
In the summertime, we're gonna go and try out for a professional team over in Mexico. So that's
what we're what's the legal for that in this child?
So you guys will be getting some genes from Africa.
They know we're gonna say yes.
Are you gonna say yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he passes round one. I love your energy.
She likes.
She like black dude. Oh yeah. She the fuck. Oh.
Do you feel like you met a few people that maybe you consider as a friend donor?
Most definitely. So many to choose from. It makes it actually worse for me.
Now comes the hard part. I need you to order these people. On your right, you're least likely to accept a sperm donation from. And on your left,
oh no, bold white dude going to the end.
Hey, he got swag, bro.
Okay, you three can hang out here. Sorry.
Damn.
Hey yo.
Generally, this is for the most part the setup.
Who would consider continuing communication with Sheena as potential sperm donor?
What's good?
Oh, Brian didn't
You want to make the cut, Brian? No.
He like that bitch. They pick me. Fuck you.
Oh, the next one about to be lost.
What's your ideal amount of involvement from the sperm donor?
I would like it if it were possible, just in the event when the baby gets older. If the child has questions, I want them to be able to have that option, even if they choose not to pursue it.
Do you feel like there's one specific person in the top end?
Really, for me, making a decision like that, it's not something that I would just decide now and go with it. You get to know someone a little bit more intimately. I mean,
So
y'all
pretty
can have my
confident
phone
about the
number
other
and
dude.
Facebook and all that stuff, you know.
So at this point,
Going back to
pulling out of
okay.
the mix, we were just here to do the introduction.
Okay.
Y'all were great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
No, they did the white dude dirty as fuck. Oh shit! They did the white dude dirty as fuck. Man.
She said, "No, not you."
No, I'm saying that the people who created the fucking content did them niggas dirty. Like they got all these other.
All their content is like this. They make videos like this all the time.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Like if you look at the other end, like they definitely, they sent their best.
Yeah, they sent their best.
I'm saying even the vampire was a doctor, dog. Like, come on.
Yeah, the vampire dude was good. Dude from Argentina. Yeah, he was okay. Like, but the fat 50-year-old old dude, like.
I would say that the video was pretty entertaining, man.
Yeah, I mean it was. Like that's why I picked it. That shit was trending, so it had to be entertaining though. So I mean, what are your overall thoughts on the whole video itself? Like starting with Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
Hey man, who knew Asian women over the age of 40 were down for some black men? It's pretty cool.
Everybody knew that. What?
I didn't know that.
I could have told you that, Mo, since high school.
Well, I mean, older definitely, but what about the younger ones, like the white dudes?
I don't think they care, to be honest with you.
Nah, I think they care, nigga. I think they care, nigga. I don't know, man. What about you, True?
I would have told both sides no. So I don't know.
Both. What do you mean? I gotta say? Both. What do you mean both sides?
I mean, I don't think I could be a donor, dog. That's not. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about.
Okay.
Yeah, just as myself. Like it was a cool video to watch, but personally, I don't think I could be a donor because I don't want. I don't know. I want my kids to be my kids. Like
it'll be weird as fuck. Like you got kids out there that you can never see.
Like unless I remember that night very clearly, then I'm okay with it. So it's like I ain't paying child support. Otherwise, not.
Yeah, some of them niggas do look like high schoolers, dog.
One of them is literally in high school.
Yeah, and that Asian woman did want the BBC. Clearly, like she when all the black dudes came up, she started blushing and shit. I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, she definitely had a good impression. Blah 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 blah. Are there any more? What else is up? What's on the checklist?
I mean, y'all trying to do other shit? This nigga like I'm done after this. Is what y'all ass said. Let me let's do one more. Let's do one more thing. Then what do y'all want to talk about though? One more thing. Before we go. Mo, you down, nigga?
I don't think Smash Melee is making Evo. That's tragic.
We can just wait for the comment section to ask some questions. Did anybody in the comment section want us to talk about something before we go? Yeah. Answer now or forever hold your peace, nigglets. I will be trying to do a weekly thirst. Probably the shit gonna drop tomorrow, by the way. So I was gonna do it today, but the podcast got pushed back.
I wonder who did that.
Did you guys talk about Terry Crews' father comments? No, we didn't talk about that shit. I was about to actually do a video on that shit. So, let me see if I can explain it. So, Terry Crews posted up an article, and in the article, the woman was, she was taking shots at Obama. She didn't appreciate what Obama was doing. She felt like Obama was talking down to young black boys, right? So, because every time Obama talks to a black crowd, he tends to talk down on them. And she was talking about how she didn't fuck with that in the article she wrote. And Terry Crews wrote on Twitter, he was like, if a black man such and such like Obama can't talk about helping black boys, then who can? And then he wrote some shit like men should fuck. Let me find the article. Let me see if I can find it. I was remembering this shit off the top of my dome is also, it's funny because Terry Crews is the feminist nigga, the Me Too nigga, right? He the main ally, and it was kind of interesting that they were going after him for those comments that he said.
I mean, I'm always interested in stuff like that because, to be honest with you, in my head, a part like a better ecosystem for this stuff would be one where people could criticize and disagree, conversate about it. It shouldn't be like calling somebody out or like being anything like that. If you have access to like Terry Cruz's personal contact information or whatever, you should talk to him directly instead of.
Let me go to Terry Crews Twitter, man. That nigga posts a lot of shit.
Terry.
No, we didn't unmod Morgan, man. We on a different channel, though. Yeah, the other channel, cause this nigga Truth tried to show the Oscars. The live streaming got disabled temporarily.
I hope you niggas are like.
Stop saying I did that shit, man. I swear to God.
That is not, nigga. It's not stupid. It make all the sense.
You live stream the biggest like a movie awards like thing.
Shut the fuck up. I thought you was on my side, nigga. God
I ain't nobody's side. I'm gonna do some shit stupid. I'm gonna say it's stupid.
Damn. Hold up. Here, I found it. I found the article here. I'm gonna let you niggas read it because I can't read.
Is it a tweet or not?
It's a tweet. It's a tweet, but the tweet is in the article, so you can scroll down and look at it.
All right, you want me to read the quote?
Let me see how long it is. It's pretty short, so just read the first part of it. Yeah, just read the first part of it until you get to the quote. Because it's pretty short.
All right. Deadpool 2 and Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor Terry Crews was accused of misogyny after he commented on the.
That's not a crime.
It all started when Crews took to Twitter and shared an opinion piece in the New York Times written by lawyer Derek Punnell. In the piece, Punnell criticized his comments made by former President Obama made during a town hall at the beginning of February alongside basketball star Stephen Curry, man. I don't watch basketball.
That boy is definitely not American. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm British, man. Punnell specifically takes issue with the following comments made by President Barack Obama. And who wants to read the quote? You want to read the quote?
That nigga say Barrack.
I call him Barack Obama, man.
All right, Terry Crews says, if a successful black man can't advise the black male youth of the next generation, who will? The streets. That's who. All right. And here's his next quote. This is the quote that really got the man.
The streets.
I didn't realize that my suburban neighborhood was the streets, dog. I thought I was just...
Tell me about the hood, Greg.
Look, here you go. Another thing that bothers me is that this op-ed was written by a woman about this. No. So I can't read. Fuck.
Where's the article at?
No. I'm just bullshitting. Another thing that bothers me is that this op-ed was written by a woman.
Which one do you want to read?
That nigga Barrett, dog.
So he basically said this op-ed was written by a woman about how boys should be taught to grow into successful young men.
But Bush, give me the link so I can read this shit.
Man, the link is the link is below, dog.
Also, I wasn't even reading the quote. The quote itself was
reading is hard.
No, both y'all lost y'all reading privileges. It's okay. You can try again.
Nigga ain't got no commas. Where the fucking commas at, Terry?
What do commas got to do with pronunciation?
Hold on. Let's lay out this story specifically. Okay, so
don't try to make up for saying Barrett, nigga. That's the problem. I can give a fuck about the rest of it. That is my former president.
Obama.
You better say his name clear.
I'm gonna go back to it. Hold on. So it's like, so the thing that the person that wrote the article took issue with was that they said Obama said if you are really confident about your financial situation, you are probably not going to be wearing an 8-pound chain around your neck because I got a bank account. I don't have to show you how much I got. I feel good. You know what I mean? And to be honest, in my opinion, right, that doesn't even sound that crazy. You know what I mean? To a degree, it sounds like he's mocking them, but it sound like he's part of the inside as opposed to the outside.
Every nigga ain't rocking no 8-pound chain and shit like that.
Yeah, but he's also old. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what happened in old times? Racism.
All right, so I think my nigga Stabby summed it up here. He said, I don't know about the Obama part, but he said kids need fathers, and liberals interpreted it as lesbian couples can't raise kids. So people were mad at Terry Crews because Terry Crews was like, a man can only raise a man, and that's what really set people off in his quote. So that's what people were mad about. So I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of single mothers out there, especially in the black community, that kind of felt the way. It's like, what the fuck does he mean? Men can only raise men. That mean I can't raise my son? You know, for all the single mothers out there that's actually doing the job correctly. So he got attacked for that. And Terry Crews is known as the Me Too nigga. He went to Congress. He talked about his experiences, about how that white dude touched his penis. He got into
he got touched.
He got into a fight with DL.
That ain't a punchline, niggas. Leave him alone, then.
I said it was a punchline. I just reiterated the statement that he got touched. I'm sorry.
Look, he got into a fight with DL Hughley on Vlad.
He fight DL Hughley, but he won't fight that nigga touching.
That's what people were saying, dog. DL Hughley said, God gave you muscles to fight people off of you. And he got mad at that. And he was like, to end toxic masculinity, I'm going to slap the shit out of DL Hughley.
But that's stupid, though. That's stupid. Like,
okay, you don't have to take it as you have to react with violence, but you could. I mean, what's stupid about that?
This was supposed to be like early on in his career, before he had more stature, before he had what's it called a certain place in the industry and whatever, right? And this was the man responsible for his career. You know what I'm saying? This is the man that like was handling a lot of his money, the jobs he'd be getting and stuff like that. And you guys are over here like hit the nigga. Like he would not have a job in this business.
It's not about violence. It's about simply like there's a way you can carry yourself where you don't get tried, bro.
That's what it's about. Nobody's gonna give him the like. He said it.
No, but you don't have to react in a way that can get you in trouble. But there's ways to protest things that don't mean that you're overstepping your boundaries. You realize that, right? It's not just either get touched and talk about it later or react over violently. You could simply just be firm. Like that applies to everyone. There's no excuse on either side.
Hold up. So you're saying like that happens to you, for example, and you're in a position where it's not just this big person that's like supposed to be responsible for your career. There's also every other producer in town. It's this high profile party type situation, right?
Oh, if it's everybody in town, then I can't fight all that. My bad. I thought it was just one producer.
It was a highly populated area in Hollywood with other business people that had control. It was specifically the dude that was handling his job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He was handling more than his job.
Like his like
nigga.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So you get what I'm saying. There's no need to keep talking about this.
I guess. I mean, if it's multiple people, if it's a one-on-one situation, which is what that sounds like to me, then
it was off room, man. It was a very public area, and his wife was there. Yeah.
All right, let me.
That still don't mean just sit there. But
his wife was there when he got touched.
Yeah. His wife didn't see it. He went and told her after they left, and they left early, I believe. I read him listen to this whole story and stuff.
I mean, I think a lot of people are confused about like you know, Terry Crews is a big ass strong nigga. Like, why would that dude think he had the leeway?
You don't gotta be strong to be firm with people. That's the whole thing.
Because he handles his finances. He knows what Hollywood is. Hollywood has been like preying on women for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ultimately, it's been this thing where behind closed walls, these people that handle their careers, their money, their vitality and longevity in this industry have it in the palm of their hands. You know what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want with these women. And I guess like the person at hand might have been gay, or at least attracted to men, or at least in this situation, he was attracted to power, maybe. You see what I'm saying? And in the same way, you're like, how did someone like Terry Crews get taken control of? How did that happen to him? That's probably what the dude was attracted to. That's probably what motivated the thing to begin with. It's robbing somebody that you otherwise in no other situation have power over and taking power away from. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying that like somebody that looks like that, because we're told when we're young, black men are that they are scared of you automatically, and especially when somebody looks like Terry Crews, when they be afraid of like just.
I just explained the point. I literally explained it. So the reason that he did it is because of that exact same thing. He can't do that in any other scenario. You see what I'm saying? In his head, he views himself as a white person that has power over a black man, but at the same time, he knows he doesn't have physical, power in a fight over them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you're in a scenario like Hollywood where you know that you can, abuse power in a way you usually wouldn't be able to have power in, you know what I'm saying? Like in a fight or whatever. He realizes that he can't do anything. Like I'm gonna do this right now and you can't do anything about it because I own your career.
Okay, I guess I somewhat agree with that. But a lot of people are talking about this. Like I just saw that Michael Jai White shit. He talked about it because he kind of friends with Terry Crews, and I think Vlad was asking him that same question, like because it don't really happen to other. I'm sure it didn't happen, because it didn't happen to him or anybody they know.
Man, see, this is that shit. You're not gonna find out, man. You're not gonna find out. Like even if it did happen to them, you're just not gonna find out. You're not. They're not going to tell you for a couple of reasons. One, because people are clowning on Terry Crews for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They see what happens to people when they say stuff, they get clowned on, just like Terry does. And also, just like that whole thing you said before, people are going to ask the exact same questions to them. They're going to question their strength, their manhood. They're going to be like, "Hold up, like I thought you were this real bad motherfucker before then, and now you're over here getting grabbed by this puny white man that owns your career."
This is why we have you here, Mo, man. You straighten everybody else out, man. You the PC nigga, you the informed nigga. I mean, that's why we have you here, man, to explain these things. I mean, because I really, because that shit really, like I was scratching my head at that. But I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Hold on. Like you literally called him what did you call him? You called him the Me Too feminist nigga. Like knowing that, like you have to say your image is that bad motherfucker in Hollywood. Say you're the black action star or whatever. You are Michael J. White.
I mean, that's why I wanted to bring up that Michael J. White interview with Vlad, because Vlad was talking about Terry Crews presents himself in a way that's friendly because he doesn't want to be that imposing figure because he wants to get more roles, right. So he plays himself as the comedian, and he was thinking that's part of the reason why the dude thought that he can do that to Terry Crews, because Terry doesn't present himself as somebody that will just beat your ass up like that. Because he's been doing this. He's been going throughout his entire career to get away from that image of the strong black man that's angry and aggressive.
What was the one for it? Like the palatable Negro or some shit like that?
Like he got all the way palatable. He was very palatable. Too palatable.
Yeah, too. That's why that dude got a grab.
I think that's what they call him. Like the whole thing, like the Kevin Hart type character, where it's like, oh look, he's your friendly neighborhood black man, not the regular black man with their guns and the gallows and their rap music. All that stuff.
Okay, Mr. Anime Tell says Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club and his huge black bodyguard frequently talk about how the bodyguard gets frequently hit on by gay white men in Hollywood. So that's a good point right there. I've got
Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club.
Well, no, Charlemagne's bodyguard. Oh, what's the dude name? Fuck, I forgot his name. Because he be in the Brilliant Idiot show like sometimes. He talks.
Oh no, but I remember him having to get that bodyguard. Yeah. Oh, nice. I thought it was.
So I mean, apparently, gay white dudes is out here.
It's not just 40-year-old Asian women, huh?
Yeah, it's gay white dudes. They want that BBC, man. They want that anal probing, dog.
It's just another form of stereotyping too, where it's just like people just assume certain shit about you because you're black. Like, oh look, I want to see a being with savage, like in control, bestial, primitive. It's like, what's going on?
So I mean, but basically, black men getting fucked in different ways. Like on one hand, people are afraid of us. On the other hand, people want to fetishize and fuck us.
No, but that's
so it's like,
I mean, both extremes have something in common. Hold on. Yeah. Both extremes have something in common where you're not seen as normal. Normal. That's the key point, really, just dehumanizing in any form. Either, the so-called positive stereotypes or the usual ones.
That's a big thing. I don't think those 2 points are entirely not related. You know what I'm saying? I think they are really related. Like the whole thing of like, oh yeah, on the one hand with these like super aggressive, like monstrous things, and the other one they're like
That's what I just said, man.
No.
This nigga Mo never listens to me, dog. Fuck.
I did listen to you, but I was saying like that anger of like, I mean, I literally said that before as well. That was the whole Terry argument, was that like the reason this person did that thing is because that was what they were getting off to. The fact that in any other scenario they probably couldn't get away with that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I agree with that. So this nigga Morgan,
you said Terrio or something else?
Yes.
I remember Terrio, bro. That shit was fucked up. They were following him around a party.
That shit. I saw like the last picture that I seen of him. He looked like he was all fat and obese, and he looked like he had his face was bumpy. He looked like he needed like some help. Like,
yeah.
Like, I remember when
you should not get famous while you fat. That's not a good look for nobody, bro.
Yeah, because people want you to stay fat. Yeah, people want you to stay fat.
I kept telling people that. Nobody wanted to hear me. I kept saying shit like, "Yo, man, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna be cute when he's like, 18 years old and fat. He's dealing with like chest problems."
Yeah. But this nigga Morgan in here. What up, Morgan? He want to talk about that Jordan Wood shit.
I don't give a fuck what Morgan want to talk about. Nigga not a fan. I talk to that nigga. He don't get to make requests.
I'm the only nigga that's up on that shit because I was hoeing. So apparently Jordan Woods friends with Kylie Jenner.
I know that trash.
Yeah,
I know that she bad though.
Yeah, she is bad. Well, she friends with Kylie Jenner, and Tristan Thompson is Khloe Kardashian's boyfriend, baby daddy, and they were chilling at a party together. And things happen. Now I saw the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith and Jordan Woods. Apparently the Kardashians and the Smiths and the Woods like are connected. I think it was Jaden Smith that introduced Woods to Kylie, and that's where the friendship started. But Jordan Woods and Tristan Thompson were at this party, and they were chilling. They were drunk and shit. And Tristan Thompson was trying to fuck her, and she said that he kissed her. Now, the Kardashians, Khloe thinks that they actually fucked. But Jordan Woods is saying that they didn't fuck, that Tristan came on to her. So that's basically the story.
It sounds like somebody's trying to get that spinoff Kardashian show popping real quick.
I don't know, but Jordan Woods is fine.
Looking
at Khloe and looking at Jordan, I know why that nigga cheated. Like, Jordan Woods is fine as hell. That natural thickness. Just her doing casual shit. It's attractive.
Wait, link.
Let me see if I can find some shit.
I mean, just for the objectivity of reporting, of course, not for anything.
She also got demise, man.
Her name is spelled all
eyes.
Her name is spelled all fucked up. Like, instead of an A, it's a Y.
Yeah, it's a JORDYN, and then it's Wood.
Wood. Okay, here you go.
It's a Barack.
It's Barack. Okay, god damn! Like all these tabloids doing fucking pieces on this shit.
They're like, "Oh, it's been a dry week. We gonna put this."
Let me send you a picture of Jordan Woods. God damn it! Fuck it, I'm gonna send you a pic.
Send him a whole album, man.
Send that nigga a whole album. Okay. Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, nigga, in a book. Is reading rainbow. Let me. I put Jordan Woods on the screen. Let me send this picture to Truth now. There you go, Truth. In the comment section. Let me find a better picture.
That's not a very good picture, man. You gotta go to.
You gotta go to the sauce, nigga. I understand, Mo. I understand.
I love and appreciate all of you.
I understand. Oh, this is a better picture right here.
All of them are a bad picture.
He's saying my picture selection ass, Mo, nigga. Fuck you.
I am saying that.
Jump off a bridge, nigga. Die, nigga.
That's mean, man. Oh, she bad.
Nigga told you. Oh, she bad. So there you go, man. If you look at that,
okay,
image,
we need to ban like any of these Jenners and Kardashians wearing do rags. That shit look like trash. Take that shit off. What's good?
Look, man. I admit that I have a problem, but seeing white women wear black shit.
I saw a nigga with dreads today, and I was like, "Nigga, you look homeless and shit."
Oh my god!
He said, "I don't fuck Truth." What?
Oh yeah, Khloe look ugly as shit, just in general. Like people were like trying to hype her.
I'm not up to my Kardashian knees. Is that Khloe with her, or is that that?
That's Kylie. So that they best.
That's
friends.
Kylie. What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Kylie kind of you like what you see, nigga.
They don't gave her the super good treatment.
They gave her the super serum, nigga. That bitch.
We know them. Yeah, they gave her that Captain America, bro.
They call it silicone.
And they got together the best surgeons in that bitch. Damn.
God.
You just see this bitch walking out of a cryo chamber and shit, looking bad.
I know she shoot beams out of somewhere. Goddamn. Oh my God! No, but in all seriousness, one that's almost certainly surgery, and two that's almost certainly a beautiful woman. On both ends, fuck it. I ain't even tripping. If you could be, okay. I got another. I don't know. I got so excited.
Talk, man, nigga.
I have an interesting question for y'all, everyone included, right? So if since we've acknowledged the fact that that something as I don't know, previously set in stone in gender is up to the person, right? And that you can even, go ahead and get that surgery done if that's really how you feel and you don't feel comfortable in the body that you were born in and you want to, have a body that more reflects how you feel. Where does that opinion come into in terms of plastic surgery, where it's not necessarily changing your gender, but just changing what's up?
The way you framed that was kind of bullshit because it's like it's not necessarily, from what I've gotten from the trans fig, it's not necessarily about feeling or really even a choice. You see what I'm saying? It's more so just about there's like a detectable chemical imbalance in the head where you can tell that some people from birth were like there's almost been this lapse where their body began developing into a male body, and what ended up happening was that female mind was still in there. You see what I'm saying? So there's like a biological
So you're saying there's confirmed empirical evidence that that's what this is?
Yes.
Against all cases.
No, that doesn't apply to everybody, but that does apply to a good amount of people.
Okay, well, the idea behind the movement isn't necessarily biologically tied, because I don't think niggas give out their tests.
They were calling that shit like a disease at one point.
So wouldn't that make it more towards the disease? Like I'm not for this at all, by the way. But wouldn't that make it more towards wouldn't they put that back in the DSM or something like?
Yeah, it was already in there. I think they take it out. They started doing the they kind of they take a look at all these different things from the past and like reevaluating them, but that's one of the things that was in there. So I guess there's got to be something that suggests that what Mo is saying is accurate, since it was in the book for mental. I think. I'm not saying it is now, but
that's cool and all good. That's not really my focus. Again, I don't really have. I guess the opinion on why, if it's chemical or not, doesn't fucking matter to me.
I don't know, nigga. Mo is the PC, nigga. Mo knows.
Yeah.
I don't
again, let's try to get through this one more time. I'm gonna say it slowly so we can get through this.
I was gonna just justify. I was gonna say the thing that elicited a response was that it's just when you say it like that, it's like if we can do that, if that is a thing based on a choice, it's like.
Again, if we can do the surgery, is the point, not necessarily the beginning part. The surgery is the lead up to.
Well, you comparing a look to a feel. Like plastic surgery is more about the look, and transgenders is more about the feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. Can you really rate a look that low? Because that can really have a lot of impacts on someone. Again, like mental health. I know this is okay. I think I see where I'm going now. Now I see where I fucked up. So I am trying to mental health. If I go that route. Okay.
We don't call them trannies, Morgan. Stop it, nigga. You not a model. I'm banning your ass, nigga.
Trash. No. I was even born to begin
with. Morgan is he ain't no model on this channel anyway. Yeah, Morgan trash, man. Fuck that nigga. Anyway.
Keep it snapping. Yeah, get free point, Truth. I apologize if I
Jordan.
I don't know. I just feel like definitely in terms of the problem with plastic surgery or even like skin lightening or anything like that, it's typically been just the fact that it's looked as upon like excessive, or people just say, oh, you shouldn't really modify your body. But like if body modification for whatever kind of reason beyond just like putting prosthetics on is becoming more common to the extent that people are, injecting themselves with testosterone, not for steroids, but like, to remedy things. Can you get to the point where you can consider beauty something that can be remedied if it's, the surgery is fairly safe to do so? Then should there really be these many, that kind of negative connotation with it? Like, is it really even a notable thing at this point?
So yeah, he's trying to, okay. So what Mr. Anime tells is saying is, Truth is trying to ask whether plastic surgery is okay since everyone is okay with trans people now, but everyone's getting lost. So is that what you're trying to compare, Truth? I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, that's definitely the connection I've been trying to draw, not necessarily in being trans, just the surgery itself.
Well, I definitely don't. I mean, really, I don't think men have the same stigma about it as women do. I think it's mostly women that really don't fuck with plastic surgery like that. Only time I don't fuck with it is when your titties look like fucking disco balls and shit. Like they look unnatural.
Shit just
like
doesn't look good.
Yeah, it just don't look good. But other than that, I'm cool.
There had to be a good at least 40 years where people were just like doing whatever. They're like, I'm gonna stick these oranges underneath the skin right here.
Yeah, you seen Black China? That's still going on.
And little Kim, man. Like if you look at Lil Kim, like she just
R.I.P.
Fuck all. Like she was fine. Like
fine with an O.
I don't know who these niggas in the industry that said she was ugly looking, like, or maybe she just listening to negative comments, but I don't know who the fuck has been talking to her to make her think that how she looks now is better than what she looked like then, because it's not. That's not the look.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't. It got to be some mental thing. Yeah, it's definitely some mental thing where they only hear the negative comments about them.
Also, shout out to Mr. Stabby McStabstab, man. Like, just kind of seem like those extreme just niggas.
How you agree with more on that, but you don't agree with me on the white lady talking about calling the cops on that nigga dog, man? Come on.
Man, I'm gonna need like a few more Jordan Woods pictures. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, you got a whole Instagram. We talk about you need a couple more.
Hey, go to Instagram and Jordan. Look. It makes sense.
I trust Bush's taste more than my own.
It makes sense, but Tristan Thompson, that nigga, like, what made me so mad about the whole situation is that this bitch Chloe, she was only mad at Jordan.
Hey! We don't call him bitch.
I'm sorry. This woman, this lady, she was only mad at Jordan and not Tristan. She only got mad at Tristan when they started criticizing her for only getting mad at Jordan. Like, and this nigga Tristan, a known cheater, he known sticking his dick in tons of other women, though, even when they met. So, I mean, I just didn't understand all the attacks this Jordan chick was getting, and she is bad. Like, if I was Tristan, I would have cheated too. And that nigga initiated.
I would have given up on Chloe's ass a long time ago if I was Tristan.
Only fucked up thing about it is that they have a kid together, so that's the only thing that would give me pause.
The house so big they probably barely see each other anyways. They'd be all right.
That kid grow up and goes to college. He comes back and he says, "Dad, why'd you do it?" And he's like, "But she was bad, dog."
She was bad. Do you blame me?
You do it too.
That nigga's son dap him up and shit. Also, I want to put out there that I do kind of fuck with the Kardashians. I like how they do things. I don't hate on. I don't hate on them because I don't claim that they talentless. So I don't give a fuck about that. I fuck with how they do.
Damn, Chloe looks straight like Bruce. That's crazy.
Yeah, she.
That's just a strong face, bro. I can see that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. She would look fire with a mohawk. I don't know why I say that. Though. I think it's...
you know the wildest part was there was like a 1 year period where I think she like lost a bunch of weight. I think she might have got like the same plastic surgery. All of them get plastic surgery for it. And like people were like, she's bad now. And I sat there and I scratched my chin and I'm like, she isn't though. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas just like out here gassing up some shit because they have to gas up. She's like the broken piece of the family where they're like, oh, but she's gonna be bad.
And now, what if she just like the one with the morals is just like, no, I have to resist the family's curse. Some like if you don't completely sell your soul, you don't get the benefits type shit. Or her head just too big. Either one.
That's fucking old.
Look, if niggas is talking about how they gonna fuck Oprah, I would definitely fuck Chloe. If niggas want to fuck Oprah, though.
I mean, that's not the point of her worth or whatever. That's not the point, my nigga.
I mean, people want to fuck Oprah because she got money. So I mean,
when you see what Oprah looks like again, I don't know if I could even do it.
All that money, you know. Speaking of Oprah is trash now, man. She bashing Michael though. She trash. She put in the trash can, man.
I don't care about Michael.
Oprah looks like my aunt.
Nigga,
dog.
what?
No, like my African aunt, not my American aunts.
Oh, this nigga, nigga Mosa, he don't care about Michael, man. Damn.
No, like, I don't.
He's British. He don't know nothing about that.
No, get the fuck out of here. Michael was one of the biggest parts of my childhood, man. My childhood was straight. Michael.
Yeah, that's his specialty.
Chill.
This thing got bars now. You got bars now, man. Is that what's happening? Truth? You got bars like that?
That nigga Truth always got bars. His dirty ass.
No, he don't. That nigga trying, man.
I'm like Danny Myers, bro. I just keep letting haymakers go. One of them gonna land. Shout out my battle rap fans, but continue, Mo. My bad. Yeah, like what was the Michael Jackson experience in the UK?
It's ruined. I'm untouched. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, what was the Michael Jackson experience, man? Did you ever go to Neverland Ranch, man?
Yeah, man. I heard he don't like black kids.
You want to go to the Neverland Ranch? No.
No, that was a lot of black kids there. He just didn't. I mean, they never accused him of touching them though. So
you think anyone ever had that conversation? Like, my son's not good enough to leave overnight.
The niggas trying to argue to sleep over at Michael's house and shit. Shit. Let me.
I feel like if Chappelle was still doing shit the way he used to, this would 100% be a skit. This would be one of his fucking skits.
It would be, though. But a lot of people, it's amazing that this situation is not the same as R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, because only black people fuck with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby like that, like for the most part.
Nah, R. Kelly is a superstar.
Shut up, nigga. Only black people fuck with.
That wasn't a joke.
That is a joke, man. He is a superstar, but for the most part, the only people that are backing him, throughout
supporting him,
supporting him are black people. But with this Michael thing, if you go to every single video talking about this documentary, that shit has like more dislikes than likes. So people really don't fuck with this. Like, and it's white people and black. It's everybody, every race of person don't fuck with this. Niggas is going to bat for Michael on this. So this is not similar to the other situation.
Like the only like, what's the word for it? The only stakes people have in this type of shit is like wild. You know what I'm saying? Like the only stakes that people have in this is that he made some cool tunes back in the day. Which, like, I'm not trying to disrespect. Dude made some of the best music of all time. I mean, he sang some of the best music of all time.
Yeah.
But it's like, still, man, come on. Like, if there's even a sliver of this being true, like, allow this shit to exist. Because, like, I don't know. I don't think like an HBO documentary is exactly going to defame what people have been calling the king of pop.
Here's the thing about this documentary, right? Here's all the facts about it. One, the director Dan Reed said that he did not want to get the other side, so he did not talk to his family and nothing like that. He didn't want that to taint his documentary, which makes sense if you pushing this certain narrative, right? I mean, he claims that he's not pushing. He doesn't have an agenda. This is just about telling the truth, but that's not true if you didn't put the family side of the story into the documentary. Also, he claims that the accusers aren't getting paid. They didn't get paid for the documentary. That's what he claims now.
What else? Good for them to go ahead and say that. That adds a little bit of credibility to it.
No, but they suing the estate. So, like this Wade dude was suing the estate and trying to get a book deal and shit like that. So, I don't believe
kind
that.
of a bystander in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, I wasn't too crazy about like that R. Kelly thing, because like, all the R. Kelly thing really did was frame the thing we already knew in a way where like, oh look, he's messed up, but like he's this messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like this is genuinely something I actually want to see before I tweet.
Okay. I mean it's coming out tonight. Also, Wade testified before and said that Jackson never touched him, and that was one of the things that helped Jackson get off in that first case. Also want to point out that Michael Jackson was friends with a lot of child actors, one of them being Corey Feldman, I think his name is. And it's strange that Corey Feldman, somebody that openly talks about how Hollywood is full of pedophiles, and he's never come out and said anything against Michael Jackson, even though he was big friends with Michael Jackson and when he was a kid. So that's one thing that I find odd. Like, you got Macaulay Culkin and fucking Corey Feldman out here that's openly talking about how there's pedophiles in Hollywood, but they never come after Michael Jackson. So if he really is a pedophile, why aren't these people who are actively attacking pedophiles coming after him? And why is it just only this Wade dude?
Because he not. It's just the joke. It's like Michael Jackson or seems to be, because again, no, he's been acquitted. Yeah, you know what Michael Jackson was? That boy was a meme that got out of hand before there was no time for that shit to go both ways. You feel me? So when people were covering like, oh, Michael Jackson, it was all the popular spots, right? That shit, there's no way to come back as a regular person. So people were like, oh, this is bullshit. Like Michael Jackson's probably not. But everywhere you look, even in comedy and jokes, the Chappelle skits, it's in the Scary Movie, it's on the news.
It's kind of like there's
no way to clap back.
Yeah, it's like,
I think regardless of that stuff, I don't think he ever really was. I mean, he at least because you have to realize what his life was. His life was a childhood of fame. The same way like these Macaulay Culkins grew up. These Corey Feldmans and stuff, and it's just I don't know. It's like his life was completely different from the beginning. People were gratifying what he did. He probably got access to stuff a kid should have access to. People gave you respect, attention, and care. You know what I mean? Without necessarily earning it. You know what I'm saying?
So it's
a different life, man.
So we
got
different
life from the beginning.
We got Guru in the comment section. Okay, Geek Assault. He was like, "War on man, even in death, they'll tear you down." What else he said? Men need to learn to move. Go ahead, speak your piece, man. Men need to learn to move in silence. Get that quiet money as success. Fame equals destruction. Say what you got to say, bro. Speak your mind.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seems difficult in comparison to where it was before, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're cracking down on men that are having any questionable interaction with women in the country and stuff like that. I get it. I understand where the mentality comes from. But, like, nah, man. You gotta chill on that. There's no war on fucking men. Like, there's war on creepers, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't fucking creepy, if you ain't doing no sus shit, like, you're fine. Like, calm down. Like, that's how I feel.
I mean, but they would... I mean, also, let me see, because that's, because I think I saw a video with Guru brought up the Captain Marvel shit as a part of this. So I'm guessing he's talking about that too, along with this other
Captain
shit.
Marvel shit as a part. Is that a bar? It's a rhyme scheme. That's what it is. My fault.
The richest, most powerful people in the world, you'll never know their name or how they look or live.
What does that have to do? Yeah, I agree with that, but what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I do have this final. We wind it down here a bit. This is gonna be the last thing. This is just the video on the Michael Jackson shit, right? I'm gonna go ahead and play that.
So this is a serious turn, guys. Obviously, we've been talking about Michael Jackson and the Leaving Neverland documentary all week. We talked to you about Oprah doing an after.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Why niggas agree with me? This nigga with anime, like, what's it called? Anime Tales is like, I agree with Mo 1000% about Brie Larson. And I'm like,
special with the men and the director. So the documentary is called Leaving Neverland. We've got a little preview of After Neverland. We got a clip from the Oprah show. Take a look.
I had no
So here's the clip of Oprah show After Neverland. So this was people were mad about, Oprah, helping with the destruction of Michael Jackson, and she's doing a show after the documentary airs.
Understanding of it being abuse. I loved Michael.
Those are two victims
and
accusers.
And all the times that I testified, and the many times that I gushed over him publicly in interviews or whatever it may be.
Can't gush over people publicly no more.
That was from a real place. While never forgetting any of the sexual details that happened between us, but having no understanding that it was abuse.
So now Michael's estate has denounced the doc's sexual abuse allegations, saying it is just another rehash of dated and discredited allegations. But we've talked about this a little bit. Does Oprah interviewing these accusers make them seem more credible?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think that,
Who the fuck
and
is
I'm sorry
this?
to repeat myself, but I think that next week we really are going to have some discussions as far as what's right and what's wrong in this.
Where's here?
One of the main things is that Wade, who you saw speaking there, has told a different story. He's part of the reason why Michael Jackson got off in 2005, or at least he was one of the main defenses.
Why aren't only Americans talking about this world?
It's not like the podcast, goddammit.
when sexually explicit things he alleges happened to
when
him
might get a
between
beer?
him
This
and
shit
Michael.
trash.
7 years old, guys.
Yeah.
You don't, at 7 years old.
Now, let me give some context to this shit because they're not really talking about it. But the dude said, a lot of people ask why you didn't come out, why you waited till you were like old as fuck to talk about this shit. Like, how did you forget that he raped you? And and the dude was like, I was confused, I was young, and Michael told me that I would go to prison if I ever told anybody. We both would go to prison. And a lot of niggas looking at that nigga like, what? So you telling me that even when you turn 20-something, you still believe that you would go to prison for revealing the truth?
I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but still, that's how trauma works. Trauma is like, I don't know, the response to trauma is not always logical. You know what I mean? You do crazy shit. And to be honest, like, when something like that happens to you at a formative year, like, sense is going to be something.
That nigga Stabby said, all my opinions come from you, Mo, though. That's real shit, man. Mo my nigga, man. Exactly, man. You know, I agree with everything Mo say, because Mo is right on everything, man.
No, he not, bro. He only right 99% of the time, motherfucker.
I'll take that, man.
That's about 100.
Also, Stabby said, I don't agree with that. If the men stay quiet, the men are going to be free to voice bad advice and manhood, uncontested.
Also, I think women should have a saying.
He was yeah, I agree with that. Because I agree with everything Mo said, according to Stabby Style. Guru said, how old was he? Okay, you talking about the accuser? He was like, he's 7, I think that's what she said. 7.
Wait, when he testified, he was 7?
No, when he testified, he was like 20-something. So, like, he testified against the other accusers. That's why people were scratching their heads. Like, nigga, you testified against the other accuser. So you were like 20-something. Like, how are you just now revealing that he touched you inappropriately?
I want to see how they frame the evidence, because I hope that documentary has evidence.
Yeah, I don't think they have any evidence. Honestly, I think this is a good director. I think he gonna shape it and form it the way he wants to form it and shape it. And it's gonna have a lot of dramatic music, and it's gonna be a lot of close-ups of them crying or about to cry, talking about how they were touched inappropriately. I think it's gonna pull at your emotional heartstrings. It's gonna pull at you emotionally. I don't think it's gonna be like any substantial evidence. Because if they had any, the FBI would have already got that shit by now.
I don't know exactly how they're going to frame that shit. They're just like, you may know him as King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
He was popping that butt.
He was popping that pussy.
Stop. Chill, bro. Chill.
I cut myself off from that bush.
Chill. I was trying to get my wholesome joke off. You niggas fucking up.
What's wholesome about child rape? I don't think there's a space for that.
Really? You'd be surprised, man.
It'd be a tight fit.
My ears.
Michael loved to tap dance, eat cookies. He also loved to touch little boys. It's like, Michael. It flashed across the screen. Pedophile. Break it up and shit.
Yo, what if they drop the Law and Order bells in that bitch? Every time they say Michael Jackson, doom doom.
This nigga Stabby really coming after me, though. Bush gay as hell. I remember Bush talking about how he used to molest that dude who used to come over his mom's house and hump his leg. What? Bush. I did say that shit. I remember that story.
What? Why would you admit that?
I didn't molest no dude, dog. It was a gay dude who I thought was a woman. So
that doesn't make it right, bro.
that happened. No. Something was wrong with me as a kid. Look, I'll admit that. You know, I was special. All right, but you know, I mean that was then, man. You know, that nigga was attractive. Like, what can I say, man?
Sure.
What'd you go say, Mo?
I don't know, man. You just went away as soon as you said whatever you just said.
That shit from Mo head up. That's how you know it's powerful, dog. I gave up talking as soon as Bush said. I was like, I'm not going to
look. I have a history of sexual assault. I didn't sexually assault that dude, but he was okay. He was okay.
Hey, Church. All right, podcast over. It was nice seeing y'all. Remember to go to the Spotify. this nigga up here, Bobby Schmurder.
Oh, the nigga say cancel Bush, dog.
Bush. We gonna talk about this later.
That nigga say Bush low key got molested. Nah, look, I didn't get molested, man. I was doing the molesting, dog. Look,
Bush.
All right, I'm gonna tap out this conversation. We good. It's over.
Context, man. Context. Anyway,
where's King Crimson when you need him? God damn.
We listen to King Crimson.
Oh, shit. And also, I would like to say that my whole family was in the room when it happened. So it was harmless, man. So yeah. Anyway,
we go to every discussion about Ray Bamber. We don't Yo, damn, Jordan Wood is bad. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, she is. She is one of the baddest things out there, man. That's why it made sense for Tristan to cheat, dog. Like it makes sense. Look at Guru says, shaking my head.
Speaking of it, just makes sense. How about that JoJo episode, man?
I ain't seen no JoJo Bizarre's Adventure? Bizarre Adventure?
How many JoJos do we? Nigga, I hate this nigga.
Hey Mo, what's up, bro?
Nobody talking about no goddamn Casey JoJo in 2019 like that.
I don't know if you guys have seen the latest episode of Promised Neverland. That shit was fire. Oh my god, that shit was good. That shit was really, really, really
all this Neverland talk, man.
No, listen. If you haven't seen Promised Neverland, watch that from the
Mo, we just got done talking about kids being suffered, bro. I don't need more of that. Like this.
We need fictional, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, that
what you about to say? We do need it.
That shit is the timing. Like right now, Promised Neverland out. The documentary Leaving Neverland. And they both about
I could make a
with
bad
kids,
meme with that, dog.
You can make that's a bar, nigga. That's a bar right there, dog.
Hey, Bush, you trying to get some views, bro? You know what you could do?
That's a bar, dog.
Little Photoshop a certain face and a certain monster looking at a cart. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about it off air. We would never disgrace that man like that. Backup channel, though. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not taking any shots of Michael Jackson. I kind of made jokes in one of the videos. That shit got a ton of dislikes. I'm not doing that shit no more.
That's good, bro. We could be the evil villains. It's straight.
Nigga, look at that John Wayne video.
My sweet image.
Look at that John Wayne video. That shit got nothing but fucking dislikes. That shit got 51 dislikes and 4 likes.
It got views too, don't it?
What do we say about John Wayne that wasn't right? Like what?
I don't know. That motherfucker's a racist and he can't act, man. That's what I said, dog. Niggas got mad.
Hold on. So both the racists and the people that think he can act, like actively destroyed our conversation.
Oh, no, I said he racist, he sexist. I called him all the isms, and then I said that he can't act and he trash. And he always been trash.
That gets you dislikes on YouTube?
And he killed Indians in the movies, man. And I basically called his films identity politics. Because he complained about identity politics, Hollywood pushing identity politics. Everybody talking about.
You hit him with the 3-piece. Goddamn, racist, homophobic, and sexist.
Yeah, he talking about
tigers and bears. Oh my!
That motherfucker was saying some shit like, the blacks weren't responsible enough to be leaders. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Matter of fact, niggas was too responsible because right after they ended slavery and the Reconstruction happened, the shit was moving so fast they had to go into Jim Crow.
Wait, Bush, look at all these stupid ass man. I'm not gonna answer. Never mind. We're not gonna get that no energy.
Yo, Bush. I hope you know this bullshit you just said lost us a viewer, man.
Damn, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for that one.
Fuck John Wayne still. That'll be our slogan, but put him up there. With F.
Look, man. Look. You can still watch John. I don't believe in cancel culture, man. I mean, look, you can still watch all the John Wayne movies, and I won't hate you, though. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just put this out there. That boy Clint Eastwood is way better than that nigga John.
And I don't even fuck with Clint Eastwood like that. That nigga's a hardcore Republican, conservative nigga. Dog. I mean, but he made good films, man. Him and Mel Gibson, man. Like, I can't stop watching their films, man.
Can't do it. You know, the Dollar trilogy too good, Bush.
Yeah, it's just too good, man. Like
the good, the bad, and the conservative.
I'm waiting on that slavery film by any one of those directors, though. I'm waiting on it, nigga. Well, John Wayne is the real
story.
But Mel Gibson and fucking Clint Eastwood, man. I'm waiting on that black documentary, that black movie, though. It's gonna be good. It might be inaccurate, but it's gonna be fire, nigga. That's all I'm saying. You niggas should too.
Yep. Can we talk about how straight white men are the new minorities, man? The true minority.
No, I ain't talking about that shit. I'm just like, I just can't wait to see how this Captain Marvel film is done, because it's dropping this week. A lot of people said they're not gonna go see it, so I want to see how the box office is. But
I'm gonna see it because I'm not about to skip a Marvel.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying it's sandwiched between Infinity War, so it's like a can't miss movie. Guru said he wasn't gonna go see it, and a lot of people have that same mentality.
Wait, Guru said he wasn't gonna see it.
Yeah, he said he wasn't gonna. He don't like all that SJW shit that Brie Larson talking about.
I'm gonna reserve my judgments, Guru. Man. Please get Guru on the podcast. We need to talk about this shit.
Are you talking about the? I mean, we can do that shit. I mean, I think Guru said he was good. I think he good today, Sunday and Monday. I think that's what he said. So I mean, maybe
I thought we were done, bro.
I mean, we
I don't care what you gotta say. You were washed up, anyways. I'm playing. I mean, I'm not, but I'm playing.
I'm always interested, when a black man carries the opinions of a middle-aged woman.
Look, we done anyway, but I'm saying next time, like after the movie thing, it dropped next week. So after the movie come out, we can talk about it at length, talk about the movie. I mean, Guru obviously ain't gonna see the shit, but we can have that discussion then. So I mean, if Guru agree, we can do that shit. We can have another face off.
I don't want to face off. I just want to talk, man. That's all it is.
I mean, that's what
niggas say when they trying to shoot you, dog.
We're gonna have because
friendship, man.
Because to be honest, we need somebody on the podcast that has a difference of opinion.
Anti-feminism.
Oh, so Guru say he'll check out the spoilers. So yeah, that'd be good to have that discussion, though, because we need somebody that's on the other side. Like we need somebody like that. So yeah, we can do that shit. I mean, whatever you down.
I mean, wasn't Philly all one from that side?
Well, Philly, that nigga never fuck that nigga. That nigga never here, though. I sent that nigga a link, and that nigga never accepted the link. I sent that nigga a link twice, and I was like, fuck that nigga. But yeah, Philly was the other side.
I'm interested. Yeah, Guru. We could talk about this, man. It sounds like it'd be a fun discussion to have.
So would it be like Sunday? I think it'd be Sunday. Next Sunday is when you free again, Guru. I think, yeah.
Oh shit, Mr. Anime Tells is British too, Bush. How's it feel, man? We taking over. We taking over, Bush.
Hey, I'm tired of you foreign niggas, though. Like I'm
it's the internet. Ain't nobody foreign on the internet.
No, man, this nigga Truth Nigerian and shit too. Look, I'm ADOS, nigga. Like I'm done. But wait, I'm done with you niggas.
Truth too? That's three of us now, Bush. You're the one that's foreign.
I'm done, man. It's just me, Marcel, and Stone on the podcast. I'm done, man. Fuck y'all niggas.
So it's just you, and you on the podcast.
Shit. Well, I think we're pretty much done, man. I think we done been on here at length. So yeah,
I miss you, Marcel. Come back home.
Yeah, hopefully, because we can't talk about no political shit without Marcel, because he seemed to be like the only nigga that's informed on that shit. We could talk about the Kavanaugh shit and none of that shit. And that nigga Trump had actually a pretty good speech. I didn't agree with nothing that nigga was saying, but that nigga was dropping bars. He was killing niggas out here, dog.
I wonder who wrote that.
If you can say one, like Trump is very charismatic, dog. Like he like the
no.
He like the opposite of Obama.
No.
Look, all I'm saying is I watched that whole 1 hour speech.
Yeah, he is the opposite of Obama. He isn't very sophisticated. He isn't very intelligent. He isn't very,
Look, I watched that whole hour speech. I don't even agree with nothing that nigga said, man.
No.
I watched it. I was like, this shit is funny, nigga. That nigga should be a comedian. This shit is hilarious, dog. He was killing it, dog. Then he brought
that is your whole president, my G.
Then he brought them two coons on there, fucking Diamond and Silk. He brought them bitches up there, and I was like, click, I had to turn the shit, dog. I couldn't, dog. I couldn't take it, dog. But yeah, the podcast will be up. I'm gonna try to drop the audio tonight, and the video will be up tomorrow on the other channel. It'll be in the form of a premiere. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We catch y'all niggas later. Any final words y'all niggas got to say, though?
That grass Pokemon from Gen 8 is gonna be the best one, but the water type is kind of looking better and better. Also, if you play Melee, die. You know, y'all game's dead. Just come over and play Under Night.
Did I hear good things about Gen 7 right now? Is it Gen 8?
Yeah, Gen 8's looking like, to be honest, Pokemon has been trash to outsiders. The only thing that's changing is now you're the outsider. If you think it's trash now, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right, and more niggas need to do one-offs on this channel, man. I support that. That nigga Stone got us like 5 subscribers. And that nigga didn't think he could do it, man. I gave that boy encouragement, man.
That beat was so silky, bro.
I gave that nigga some encouragement, and he did it, dog. Like,
yeah,
how
they subscribe for the slut, man.
Like, how do y'all feel about the one-offs in the comment section while we here, dog? I need to ask you niggas more questions. And what more should we talk about in these videos? Like,
yeah. Also, from what you remember, what was your favorite segment of this podcast? So, just like,
yeah, like. That nigga Stabbing McStab said I don't like that what's her name? Cortez or some shit? That AOC? I forgot her name.
Ocasio-Cortez?
Yeah. Said she was dumb as shit. And she's a Democratic mouthpiece and liberals can't talk. So
isn't she just a Democrat? I don't.
That nigga Death Race said Bush got the whole channel on his back. That is factual shit, dog.
Okay. Fact. It's good exercise, bitch. You keep me alive.
This niggas ain't shit, man. This is what I deal with, dog.
I was about to say some shit, but I don't want us to lose subscribers.
Shit.
Hey, if I keep it 100, bro, this nigga Wish gonna turn on y'all as soon as we get out there, man. Me, I'm always gonna love y'all. That's why you gotta stop agreeing with Bush and Mo and just take my side. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, shit. So I like the Stone went off. Okay. Was that nigga better than my shit, dog?
Yes. They tired of you. Nah, I'm playing.
I want to see what Mo picks for his one off. See, niggas want to see y'all talk, man.
Ain't nobody giving me no compliments. I'm not doing it.
Nah, bitch. Like, come on. Like, this is the wave, man. Yeah, I want to hear a Mo one off too, man. That nigga Mo could, yeah, with nobody to interrupt that nigga. I mean,
without nobody for him to interrupt.
This podcast,
I have nothing to say if it isn't interrupting another nigga.
This podcast,
you should edit Mo into my one off just to make it realistic, dog. Fuck it, just have his shit starting my shit.
You know, you just gotta have a voice. He's got a voice interrupt and just say the
Well, you should. That's how you should end Stone's one off, bro. Just have Mo come up.
Cut that nigga off. This whole podcast is Mo one off, dog. Damn.
Yo, my one off about to be a 2 off straight up, man. This shit about to be crazy.
He said 70% of the podcast
back to back.
Hold on,
hold on, wait a minute. I thought I was finished.
I hope you niggas like that shit, because that's sad. That's a sad percentage right there, man.
Man, we ain't doing no hentai rules. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Hey, you can't tell me what's gonna be in my one off, bro. I will be the thirst you left behind. Fuck.
Look, I mean, you could. Nah, fuck that shit.
I got the password. You can't stop me from uploading, nigga.
Damn that guy. I do say it's that figure to interrupt. That shit crazy. I just did it right now. Oh shit. Anyway, go back to the hentai reviews. The only thing that's gonna get us another copy strike as bad as the Oscars thing is that hentai.
Well, we didn't get no strike from the Oscars thing. They just deleted our video.
It's like when
so we ain't got no strikes. We ain't good standing on the show.
When Matumbo was in the grocery store and he slapped the cereal box, that's what YouTube did too.
They just slapped us on the head. They're like, stop being stupid, dog.
No, not today.
I was like, stop.
You thought you were gonna get viewers? No.
Yeah,
I was about to say something crazy.
So we banned from live streaming for about I think 2 more months, so then we good.
Yeah, I hope you guys, after my one-off, I hope you guys are ready for a whole bunch of tie-dyed like white kids like watching our videos and shit, man. It's crazy.
Here's my problem with that. That's the most segue. Damn, they killing your ass.
I literally called myself out.
He said, "Here's my problem with that." Oh shit!
And they're like, "Yeah, that's right, boy."
Oh shit!
At least we have a dynamic. At least we have. No, that is epic shit. Epic always be like, "That is like the aliens are like."
Niggas say dead niggas go on to. We agree because we don't understand that nigga be saying because he talked for so long. Like we forget our own points to be like, yeah, I agree, nigga. That's how you move.
Plot device, bro.
That's how you move on. That's how you move on. That nigga talk for so long, you just forget what you gonna say, and you be like, yeah, I agree. You heard that last podcast when we interrupted Stone. The nigga Stone couldn't remember what the fuck he was
Yo, when Stone started glitching, that shit was fire, though.
Look, man. Oh yeah, I mean, I love for Epic to do a Yowie corner, though. He hit that nigga up.
Whoa.
That nigga Epic legitimately watched Yowie, and that nigga not ashamed of it at all. I think he just casually watch it. I don't even think it's sexual. He just watched the shit because he like watching it, dog. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, hey, we're all unique people.
Like that nigga, he'll find random times just to break into a Yowie discussion. It's like, damn, nigga.
It's that Yowie, man. Yo, I'll mess with Epic. Get Epic back in this shit. Epic is the missing piece.
Hey, look, we'll see if we can bring Epic on when Guru come on. So we have a full.
Oh, that podcast is gonna be disgusting.
No, you're actually right. We can't bring Epic on. Like
that podcast is about to be disgusting. It's gonna be like Guru saying some shit, the me saying some shit, the Bush like Truth making cameos during the podcast, and then like Epic.
He started making cameos.
Yeah, the host making cameos. What the fuck?
I'm like, still hosting? What the fuck?
No, I'm hosting. He said me and you would do cameos, dog.
Oh, damn. How you just downgrade you do it?
You ain't even doing cameos. You share one collective cameo. You saying some shit at the same time for 1 second and that shit over, man.
This nigga,
You gotta go takes the cameo.
That's fucked up. I gotta do all the research and pull up the topics, and I can't even talk on them shits, man. This nigga Mo always doing all the talking, dog. It's like, damn.
You ain't even got shit to say, man.
Hey, they did invent the language. It's only right he can use it.
You know what's gonna happen? Next podcast, I'm about to give myself a word count, and I'm gonna check a little thing off the list every single time I use a word from the word.
It's like, damn, that nigga Philly used to do that same shit. I be like, nigga, shut the fuck. It's like, y'all.
Oh but here's the thing: I'm superior in. Philly would talk about some shit that's not even real, like related at all. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, you guys are cool talking about Dragon Ball. Let's talk about modern feminism." I'm like, "What does that have to do with the Dragon Balls, man?" Like,
that nigga Philly is a huge fan of Ben Shapiro, so you know that nigga a fan of cutting niggas off too, man. He do it too.
And changing the subject, subjects to changing the fucking subject.
Then that nigga will make a joke when you start killing that nigga in the argument. It's like, what the fuck, man. But anyway, that's it, man. I catch y'all niggas later. Peace out.
Wait, that's how it ends? What?